I don't know. My girlfriend that I gave the beer to does all my chores.
you weren't here for that.
All right, we are starting.
He has a girlfriend.
It's just off camera. She, sorry.
Always just on camera.
Oops, where's my intro? Crap. Hello everyone, I am Eric Watson, trying to turn down the music. There we go. Freelance writer, player of games, writer. Turn down, damn it. Writer of works, recorder of videos, and tabletop role-playing aficionado. Welcome to our live-streamed, weekly live-streamed Dungeons & Dragons 5th Edition online role-playing adventures. I am joined, as always, by my good friends Chris, playing the Nor Detective, Yuan T, Inquisitive Rogue, Divination Wizard Mannix.
Hello.
God,
They're playing
you have a longer time. I know, it's so many words.
Dark Death Dealer, Half-Drow, Assassin Rogue Kaless.
Hello.
Michelle playing the Deepwater Diva, Triton Bard of Whispers, Gillian.
Hello.
Raymond playing the Heedlessly Brave, Tortle Battle Master Fighter Rogue, George.
Hello.
Reese playing the Metal-Laced Mighty Morphin Hill Dwarf Druid of the Moon, Theron.
Cowabunga.
We stream our sessions live on YouTube every Friday evening. You can watch all of our D&D live series, as well as reviews and Let's Plays on my YouTube page. Read weekly Holy crap. Read weekly session recaps at roguewatson.com. Watch my behind-the-scenes No Players Allowed live series Crafting Annihilation on Thursday mornings. You can follow me on Twitter at roguewatson and join our official Discord discussion group with invite link in the description below. If you'd like to support the channel, please check out patreon.com/roguewatson. Shoutouts to platinum patrons Andrew, Richard, Joe, Will, Tiny Dancer, Nick, Andy, and Chris, and gold patrons RPG Paper Crafts, Charming Grenade, Pretty Boy Numa, Marcos De Vicente, Gilberto, Sean A.K., Cert2B, Adam, Dead Lizard Lounge, Sam, Ross, Lumpy Spuds, and Jerome, as well as welcome to new patrons this week, William, David, and Zadia. Thank you all very much for your support. For our campaign, we use Roll20.net. For video chat, we use Discord. And for streaming, I use Open Broadcaster software with Streamlabs. And Discord always keeping me on my toes by creating different little video formats, making me scramble right before we go live. That's always a joy. It's the little joys we have to enjoy.
Whoever's working the layouts at Discord, you're doing God's work.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, just constantly changing things just enough to make me panic and change things right before we go live. Previously on Tomb of Annihilation, with 4 of the 5 party members possessed by the primal spirit gods of Omu, a task as simple as long resting in a dungeon proved challenging, particularly as George wasn't happy about Mannix's recent possession by the Grung goddess Nang Nang. During their rest in Nang Nang's tomb, Gillian's magical hut was dispelled, and one of their members, Mannix, had nightmarish dreams, courtesy of one of the Sohn sisters, waking up with reduced hit points as a result. After resting, the party headed west through the secret door the slot had escaped through, finding a small dead-end hallway with a bottle resting on a table. The bottle held a tiny humanoid figure, and without much thought, Mannix opened the bottle, releasing the imprisoned Dao Keshma. The Earth Genie was grateful for the liberation, though she was also haughty and domineering. Gillian took the lead, stroking the Dao's ego, and told them of their quest to destroy a Serax soulmonger. Keshma allowed Gillian to call upon her 3 times in their quest, and she would aid them. The hallway contained another secret door leading to another primal god tomb. The other gods recognized Papazodal, the militaristic Iblis, whose sarcophagus lay on a chariot surrounded by cauldrons filled with bones. Greedy Nang Nang compelled Mannix to rush in and begin swiping all the treasure strewn atop the sarcophagus. But when he did, the cauldrons began knitting bones together as skeletons poured out. As they did, Mannix scooped up the treasure, opened the sarcophagus, and grabbed Papazodal's artifact, an amulet of health. Nang Nang screamed in rage as her grung egg was dropped to the floor, and Mannix welcomed his bossy new god. During the battle, the party recalled one of Asarak's hints about bowing, and an inscription in the room told them to bow before no one. One of the statues was missing its face, and Mannix bowed before it, stopping the flow of skeletons and causing an animated warrior with magical force spears to target the others. One by one, the other party members moved to bow to avoid the nasty spear attacks while finishing off the skeletons and a trio of zombies attached to the northern door. George tried to destroy the Grung artifact, first with sword and then flinging it into the air and shooting it with arrows. He narrowly missed, but the artifact sailed into invisible hands and disappeared. The door led back up to the staircase, led back to the grand staircase. With nowhere else to go on this level, the party began to descend to the next level, but Mannix noticed yet another secret door to the west, leading to a small room containing a pool. As Mannix walked in to search for more secret doors, he saw a vision with the pool of an armored figure walking through a doorway somewhere else in the dungeon. The figure stopped and noticed this clairvoyance, however, and burst through the pool to attack. That is where we left off last time.
That's right. Under attack.
It's our constant state of being.
That's right.
I think we've left on these violent cliffhangers quite often now. All right, so what's going to happen here is I need everybody to roll for initiative. As this hulking creature, Mannix had been watching into this pool, bursts out of the water, crawling, and it is armored from head to toe with a giant bucket helmet that actually covers its face. And it looks something like this.
Oh, that's fun.
Wow.
It's got scars, and the flesh looks just rotted and horrible. Chains all around it, and head to toe armor.
Yeah. There's just a zombie in there, guys. No problem. Just an armored zombie. That's all.
Just an armored zombie. It is going to get a surprise round, however, as it burst forth from this pool in a shocking display.
You just didn't want me to get my assassinate off.
Screw you, assassin!
Gillian rolled a 13, but someone didn't put it on there.
Oh.
For either one of us,
Someone.
right?
No, I
Did you roll it for you? Oh, you're on there. Oh my god. The dog burped and walked away. It's so bad. It's so bad.
Reese, quick, let her outside.
Never. Not anymore. She's closer to the door now. It's her problem.
Wow. Yeah, it's going to get a
5,
surprise
huh?
round, and then
Ooh, yeah, that smells.
it's going to go last. Gross.
Really potent.
All right, so this
Well, honey, it's
creature
not any worse than our dog.
bursts out of the pool, gives off kind of just a moaning groan, and Mannix, you were the one kind of in there looking around, looking at the pool, so it immediately attempts to punch some clocks.
Oh no,
Of course it does.
poor man.
With a
Oh, but look at that punch clogging.
swing and a miss. It's going to clock with one more fist. 16. Would you like to know more?
Mannix. Actually,
You have like 2 health. I would do it.
Whatever,
I'm
he's
gonna
the
go
master
get
of
more
health
health,
now. He
man.
got all that health last time.
that's true. I have 50 health right now.
Oh, right.
Which
He has the most
yeah,
health out of all of us now. Or so I pretend.
But his big metal fist looks scary, so I'm gonna throw up my shield.
Okay. Big
So he comes in
armored
for the
gauntlet
punch.
fist rockets towards you and bounces off your force field. So with that, we go into a normal round, which is going to start with Kaless.
Hey, that's me. All right. I'll squeeze past George. Squeeze past that guy. Stand over here.
It does get an attack of opportunity if you squeeze through his grid
Whatever.
square.
Whatever.
Come on, Tomb Guardian, don't let me down now. Just calling you out. All right, it's going to take a reaction to try to punch you as you squeeze in.
All right. He's lost his reaction for the rest of the round, so that's
Yes,
great.
indeed. 24
That's probably gonna hurt.
for
whatever.
16 bludgeoning damage. As it's you squeeze
he
in
could've done
past, but
better.
it brings down a fist on you.
What? I'll do that math in a second. Okay, so I don't get advantage, but I do get sneak attack. Where are you at? There you are. Those are all my things that I can do. Well, 17 hit this guy.
17 will hit.
Yes. Okay. Screw it. We'll do the 3d6 on top of it too.
Drink that blood.
Yep. Drink his zombie blood. Alright, so there's his normal damage.
My
Here's
goodness.
his extra damage.
Gave you all that damage.
Here's my extra damage, which please be small. Yeah!
Wow, that worked out really well.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he took that number of damage.
30. Almost 40?
39 points of damage. Yeah.
Wow, yeah. He is still up and looking menacing, but you definitely shore off giant pieces of his body.
Okay, and then we'll follow with that. Only 3 more.
Okay, as you stab him... Actually, what dagger are you stabbing him with?
The dagger, I just have the roll that I do is a generic one, but it's my dagger of venom. So it's
Okay.
a magical weapon.
If that's what you're asking.
This is what
Yeah.
I'm asking.
I just never bothered to make the dagger of venom as the offhand because I already had one and it's the same damage no matter
Okay,
what. So,
gotcha.
so yeah.
Yes.
Actually, no, it's not. I should have made that as an offhand. Whoop, my bad.
Oh, is it more?
Yeah, it's supposed to be 1d4 plus. I'll fix that for next time.
Mr. George, if you are done, class.
I'm done. Unless you want to add 6.
George is gonna attack the zombie and say, "Did you take the egg?"
Doesn't seem to
This is-
barely register.
Battle cry.
That's his battle cry. Did you take the egg?
Bring me the egg.
And just for fun, I'm gonna try to trip him.
25
So
will
I get
hit.
Extra D8 to my damage, and you must
Wow.
do a strength saving throw or be prone.
All right, that is 16 damage. A strength saving throw. It does look pretty strong, but we will see. In fact, let's try and use my hidden save system. So this is something that I forgot where I got this from, but I've got a macro that allows me to hide the modifier number, and it just tells you whether he made the success or whether he made the save or not.
All right, chat. Y'all need to be keeping
What
him
is
honest.
what is your DC 16? Well, it'll show it up on the chat. It'll just say success or not. It won't show the dice roll.
Even to you?
Correct.
How do you know if it's working right or if it's
I just
no one
plug
sees the
in.
number?
I have to add in all the numbers. It's like a formula that pops up.
Oh.
So it asks me what the DC is and what the if it's strength, dex, and con. Yeah, and it just applies as modifier. All right, it made the success, so it withstands. And you do see this thing is probably as big as you are, George. Might actually probably bigger than you. And it just kind of sits there and glares back through a full plate
right.
helmet.
My second hand. $20.
27 will hit. These attacks are nuts. You're all about getting very near crits.
Yeah. Come on. I'm getting higher and higher towards a crit.
That's right. Just climbing the ladder.
Oh, because the flanking.
Mm-hmm.
So 10 and then another 10. All right. Holy crap. You and Celeste do a monstrous amount of damage to this thing. It is actually still standing despite all of that. But that was pretty nuts. It looks like it is barely hanging on, though. It's wobbling to the side as you slice into its giant body. Listing, one might say.
Go ahead, Mannix. Finish the job.
Mr. Mannix.
You don't tell me what to do. I tell you what to do.
So you're not going to finish the job?
I'm going to finish the job because I want to do it. I'm going to take my rapier, light it up, and try to stab him. Does a 14 hit this guy?
14. Zombies have low AC, but this is not a regular zombie. This thing is completely armored from head to foot, so 14 does not hit.
I didn't feel like ending it yet, George.
I like it.
You end it. That's an order.
Gillian.
It's actually me. Someone changed my
I didn't do
initiative.
anything.
Uh-oh, sorry. I didn't make the adjustments.
He did.
Oh, I thought you meant me.
No.
I thought you were blaming me.
I did forget to change it. What was the number I was supposed to do?
They're correct now.
Oh, okay. Theron.
Yes, that is me.
That is you.
I'm gonna move up here and try to poke my head through George, but I'm unable to.
That's right.
So I hang my head in shame. And that's my turn.
So you just make it harder for me to get in there?
I did.
Okay.
Now she's just looking at a
So-
her ass.
My secret
Throw a
goal
lightning
was to
bolt
make
in
it
there.
harder for Mannix to get out. That was
Clog
the
up
main goal.
doors.
Yep.
Oh, great.
And harder for everyone else. That was
Yeah.
the secondary goal.
Win-win,
So
for sure.
anyway,
Okay, cool. Well,
Yeah. What are you going to do about that?
can I try to am I good enough with my bow and arrow that I can shoot like around them?
Woo!
You can try. The Tomb Guardian literally is going to have cover because of that. Since he's literally
that's
beyond a
okay.
dinosaur and beyond a turtle, which is basically going to raise his AC.
Yeah, I don't think there's a lot I can do. So
fog cloud.
okay, so everyone's just
Yeah.
slapping everyone.
Just make it harder for everyone to do everything.
So this is a pool, right?
This is that big. Let me see if I can get that picture back up. That's that big staircase that goes down. Yeah,
This was the pool that he came from.
right.
I
That's
see,
the pool.
I see.
Yeah. This
Well,
is the
okay.
staircase.
Cool. I will. I'm just gonna cast Healing Word on myself then, because
What can you do?
can't do anything else. So I'm a real member of the team.
I'm a member of the team.
Okay, that's my turn. I'm just kind of watching from back here. Good job, guys. Keep it up.
Good job, guys.
All right. You notice that as this thing has taken so much damage, it suddenly begins to just make this like sound and seems to be just more aggressive and wild. And it just swings out with its fists. I would like the three of you surrounding it to all give me a straight up D20 roll, please. It is up to Fate herself on who is getting punchicized.
Wow.
Man, George.
Hey, we don't know what's lowest number or not.
That's true. We don't know the lowest
The
number.
lowest number makes no sense. George, you're going to get the first punching. And it is a wide miss. Everybody, 3. Man. Everybody give me another, you 3, give me another D20 roll, please. Because once again, this thing is just whirling around. Look at it!
You
Man.
hit me, Glass, did you?
All right, Celeste, it twirls around and tries to punch you. Oh my god. Roll, please. Oh,
Wow.
man, I rolled a 3 and a 5. Alas, another miss. We go back to the top with Kales.
Celeste is just dying laughing watching him try to punch me.
Spinning around, doing this ridiculous dance. Very easily able to dodge out of the way.
Oh shit. I rolled poorly.
Martina's not going to cut the mustard. You got a little bit of its stink on you.
I did. It like rubbed off. It's like I'm gonna make crap on me.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Wongo screams in your mind, "Why aren't you killing it?"
Shut up, Wongo.
17 will hit it.
Okay, that'll get the sneak attack on it then.
Oh, it's true.
19.
Wow.
Wow.
All right, you miss with your big hit, and it dodges, and you take advantage of it listing to one side, and you jam your blade up into that little slit of a faceplate it's got, and immediately just this blood starts flowing out and just sags down and slumps to the ground.
Hey, that's free hit points.
That's true.
2d6. Oh. It's alright. I'm gonna get all these bad rolls out now, so that way.
There you go.
All right, the pool becomes still once again and seems to have turned off from whatever effects it had before. But you did...
Do I not see the magic anymore?
No.
Does he look like he has anything good on him?
You examine it, and no, it doesn't appear to have any valuables or anything, but it looks underneath like a stitched together flesh golem. And
Ew.
it looks like it was built from different body parts and humanoids, and then infused and literally like sewn up, and then have all this armor. Some of it is like soldered onto the flesh itself. It's just like very interesting.
Nice craftsmanship.
But you did notice another secret door in this room as you were examining
Right.
further to the west.
Okay. And you said that the where we saw this thing patrolling and then it came out of this pool, we didn't recognize it, right?
You did not. To briefly recap, you saw it moving along a hallway. It came to a large stone door with two like stone snake heads on either side, and the creature seemed to lift up this fleshy sack and squirt blood into the mouths. And then after a moment, the door opened and it walked through in what looks like this throne room area with bones everywhere. And at that moment, before you could see anything else, that's when it turned around and saw you. But no, you didn't recognize any of that.
All right. I guess we should go forward.
Should we though?
Should we just go home? Let's prop open this door.
We need to find that gray slat and kill it.
I
Yeah.
would have been able to kill it had you not run off the first time we found it.
I wouldn't have run off if you didn't use your voodoo magic on me.
I'm sorry, you're just scared of everything.
That's actually Theron that's scared of everything.
Right. It's that one as he points to there.
Especially in Allosaurus form.
That's right.
Yeah, you notice Obalaka is just still like scared in your mind now that you're an Allosaurus. It just seems to be too scared to even react.
Scared of himself.
Yeah, basically.
This form is too dangerous. Okay. We have in here.
After you
Go
come
first, Phoenix.
After you, George.
I will go first. I'm leading this out. Don't you forget it.
3 archways overlook a circular chamber where a spiral staircase descends into darkness. Staircase walls are lined with torches and iron sconces and set with niches containing moldering humanoid skulls and bones.
Right.
Got a door off. Because neither
Matt-
George nor I will go through before the other one does.
I know Mannix goes first as George and Celeste are debating who goes.
Can I squeeze through these doors?
That is a good question. I don't know how well
If
an
he sucks it in, he might be able
Allosaurus.
I do have quite the gut.
I mean, you just suck it in, and that's like how like ladies get in jeans that are a little too tight. You just suck it in and zip, and then you go.
Get him some spanks.
I would say,
Allosaurus things.
I would say yes, but literally
Gotta slim down that tail.
but anything
Mhm.
you do is going to be basically disadvantage because it's all you can do to just kind of shimmy through.
All right, figure it out.
George,
What? You said disadvantage?
I said yes, you can squeeze through, but anything you do is going to be disadvantage if you have to do it while in these tight confines, basically.
All right.
George walks backwards to keep eye on Colette.
She'll follow right behind him.
So you see stairs going down, a very tight, small spiral staircase going down into the darkness. Are there squeeze rules? Blanky, look up the squeeze rules. And then there are doors leading to the west and to the north.
Mannix
Just grease
would.
me up with lard.
That's right.
Grease
Mannix
me.
would normally ask the opinion of everyone else, but now he's not. Now
Ooh.
he has it in his head. But they'll go where
Someone
he
found his
leads.
balls.
They're my papa's balls. They're not mine. Well, I forgot to mention, Mannix is referring to Papa Zodal as my papa.
Oh.
No, he never does explain that. He just keeps just straight up says Papa's balls. It's all right, everyone. I've got my Papa's balls.
That's right.
The Allosaurus looks even more worried.
She probably should.
It's a new entree at Papacitos.
Mannix says,
No one
this
would
way,
notice it.
folks. And he starts heading to the west here.
I think we should all go down the stairs.
Mannix does not look behind him to make sure everyone's following.
George is walking backwards and goes north.
Great.
Class will start sneaking down the stairs.
Gosh.
Here's your squeeze rule. Thus, I think this is like an excerpt. Thus, a large creature can squeeze through a passage that's only 5 feet wide. While squeezing through a space, a creature must spend 1 extra foot for every foot it moves, and it has disadvantage on attack rolls and dex saving throws.
Okay. So difficult terrain, disadvantage on attacks and dexterity.
Yep.
Okay. Makes
Celeste
sense.
Celeste is going down the stairs.
I thought I might sneak down the stairs just to see what's ahead of us
Why
down
would
that
we do this in the Tomb of Annihilation?
Yeah,
guys, wait. What's the name of this place again?
Of all places.
It's like a Scooby-Doo joke, I feel like. What'd you say the name of this place was, Scoob? All right, so
The Tomb of Annihilation.
harsh. Mannix, are you going through the door? And George, are you going through your door? And Celeste, you said you were going down the stairs.
Jesus Christ.
This is correct. I need to pierce things together very carefully.
Yeah.
I was going to sneak down the
Sneak
stairs.
down the
Let me
stairs,
be
okay.
very clear.
Okay.
Yes.
I just want you to know, Reese approves of this 100%.
From a metagaming contextually standpoint.
That's right.
George says, Celeste, not that I care, but that's not the way Mannix is going. As he continues to go north, backwards.
Like I would trust you, Snake.
The party breakdown is happening imminently.
Yeah.
My
just
whole
go
motto.
5 different directions.
My whole motto is I can only tell the truth.
That's true. I have to tell you, this is a bad idea. All right, Celeste, give me a stealth check. George, did you want to open that door or?
He's gonna back up into it. So if it opens,
Okay.
if he backs up into it, then sure.
Like
But
your back's
otherwise-
to the door?
Yeah. Well, he's walking backwards to keep eye on Celeste,
Okay.
and he assumed he was following Mannix.
Okay.
Oh, this has gone the wrong way. Oops.
Okay. And then Mannix,
Oh,
you're
I
opening
rolled
that.
a 13 and got a 26.
Good Lord. Okay.
All right, in that case, I'm going to roar at George and shake my head.
And George says, "I know, right? Why won't you listen to us?"
I pound my fist against the wall.
I sense your
all right.
anger.
All right, and then I go back around and roar at Manic.
Just trying to keep the party together, but he can't speak.
And you can barely move.
It's like our cat. She just goes between the two of us and yells at us when she wants food. So that's what Reese is. He's like our
Yes.
cat.
I am Theron Bristlebeard Allosaurus the cat.
What is this? What does he want? Somebody feed him.
Yeah. Go back and eat that zombie in the last
Stop
room.
licking my elbow. Go on. All right, Mannix. Sorry, what were you saying you were doing? You were
I was gonna listen at the door, but
Okay.
now I'm like, what is going on
what
there?
would Papa's balls
No,
tell you to do?
Yeah.
Backhand the Allosaurus. Do it.
I
Listen to me.
roar. I roar again in a very non-helpful second attempt.
Quiet down, Therosaurus. Bad cat.
I try to twitch my head back to where we came from.
But you can't because it's so narrow.
I can't. I just sort of end up slapping the wall with my head.
Like, oh god. Now Max is worried that Theron's like
Theron's gone
This looks a lot
berserk. He's in berserk mode.
So when I have his attention, I'm just going to back up. And then maybe
Okay.
he'll realize that the person who was behind him is no longer behind
Well,
him.
what Mannix realizes is that fucking nobody's following him. That's what Mannix realized.
Oh, you should have picked him up by the scruff of his neck like a mama cat.
This way.
You can give me a perception check if you want at the door.
Okay, yeah.
Celeste, you sneak down the stairs meanwhile,
Mm-hmm.
and you see a dark and dusty room as you descend several flights down the stairs. You feel like you go down a solid 20 or 25 feet down these stairs. And your dark vision allows you to see a hulking figure like the one you just fought, standing with one hand on an iron lever, facing away from you into a what appears to be a window set in stone, looking through what looks like a well-lit cylinder-shaped room, tipped on its side. And there's another small crawl space leading on the opposite side. So it hasn't spotted you yet. And there's a door there. If you wanted to close it, you could. It's currently open. But right now there is one of those hulking tomb guardian figures with its giant gauntlet hand resting on a lever, but it's looking at this window and its back is to you.
Can I see what's through the window at all?
Yeah, it looks like it's a not very big, well-lit room, and it looks like it's this cylindrical shape to it.
Okay. But I can't see anything in it or anything like that. Just I can tell it's a room that's cylindrical in shape, well lit, and that's about it.
You don't see anything else remarkable about it. There is a crawl space in the room where the tomb guardian is, so a little bit forward from you. And then the stairs do continue to descend as well. So that's what you currently see after descending. Good.
Yeah. And then you said there was a door that I could shut to keep him in that room, right? Or at least it would buy us some time for him to figure out how to open it because he's a big dumb tomb guardian.
It looks like it's just a normal door, but it just happens to be open right now in front of you. So it's like that connects the staircase that you're in to the room that golem is in.
All right, I'm gonna shut the door and then quietly go back upstairs.
Okay. Mannix, you hear the sound of scribbling, like somebody writing on parchment, and you hear the sound of scrabbling and shuffling, like almost like feet, but maybe lighter than that, and kind of a flurry of like paper sounds and these kind of things. But you don't hear any voices.
Okay. Max will come back after once again noticing the Allosaurus pulling back and not seeing anyone following him.
You find this very agitating.
It's very agitating. George, what exactly are you doing?
I'm following you.
No, you're not, son.
You don't tell me what I'm doing.
I'm the leader of this outfit.
All right, we never voted for you as the leader.
Somebody's got to take control.
Still true statement.
Look, I admit that you're in front of me, and that I'm no longer following you, and that is it.
Okay, well, follow me now. We're going to the east. Max is going to turn
East?
around.
Just came from the east.
I mean the west.
You heard me.
You heard me.
He just points north. We're going east, damn it.
Where are the others? I mean, I see the Allosaurus. Gillian, are you back there? I think I see somebody behind the Allosaurus. Class will catch up. She's fine.
Your Orbeck say, I'm still here.
We didn't notice when you weren't, so don't worry about it.
I attempt to crane my head back to scream at him, but I can't. But I try really hard because I hate him that much.
Can you put your head between your legs and scream at him through your legs?
Oh, that's a great idea. I do that.
Just gets stuck as a ball, just curled up.
It's a rolling out.
I just end up rolling through the dungeon. I can't stop.
His spine is really not meant to do that, I don't think. All right, Max is going to go back to the door, now presuming that everyone's following him. And he's going to attempt to, as quietly as possible, open this door.
Okay. You open the door. Candles dimly illuminate a cluttered office. A skeletal songbird rasps at you from a filthy cage in one corner. Seated at a wooden writing desk is a shriveled corpse wearing moldy robes wrapped in chains and a bronze mask you recognize as Mr. Withers. A number of severed hands crawl around the room, and a pair of hulking armored figures stand motionlessly on either side of the doorway. As the door opens, his head kind of looks up. Says, "Well, now, this is highly irregular. It won't do to have patrons stumbling in to see how we operate. Make a note to move our secret entrance." You see one of the crawling claws grab a pencil and begins jotting down words on a piece of parchment. "I suppose you won't turn around and leave if I ask nicely, will you?"
If you're the one trying to kill us with this damn dungeon, I don't think so.
He sighs. Says, "Oh, very well. I suppose I could answer a few questions. Let's play a bit of a game. You ask..."
Are you really Mr. Withers?
Really?
Really?
Wow.
I was totally going to do that, too. You ask
Well,
a
we did it last
question,
time, so.
and I'll ask one. 3 questions, and then you'll leave. Or, and he kind of sighs, I'll make you leave if you prefer doing things the hard way. Your type usually do.
You don't know why, but you can feel Celeste smiling somewhere in the background.
He gestures, come in, don't be rude. Leave your thing outside, it's too large.
Oh,
Mannix will start
Wait.
marching in. He goes, he's talking about you there.
Old dairy boy?
Hey boy, gotta stay outside.
No.
He steeples like these rotten hands in front of him, in front of his mask.
Mannix will say to Theron, just wait just outside. You know, things will likely go a direction that you'll know when to come in.
Are his feet hands?
He just has lots of hands around him.
Okay.
Oh, it's just a pile of hands.
It's a pile of hands, yeah.
I wish I had a pile of hands.
Wait, was that your first question? And were my hands feet? No.
Does he understand Allosaurus?
No, there, yeah. He does not.
Yeah.
Was that your
Allosaurus
second
is
question?
No.
I'm confused.
Go on. I've got work here to do.
Mannix will say, name is Kelder Mannix. These are my muscle.
I know who.
Waves to the rest of the
These are my muscles.
Yes, that's it.
What's your strength?
It's like an 11 or something.
Okay, good. Perfect.
It's a 10. It's a straight 10.
It's very average.
It's very, very average.
Excessively so.
Why is your bicep pointing down?
I don't know. Oh, God.
I broke my arm a long time ago.
It's like, I know who you are.
Oh.
I welcomed you
It
here.
saves me a question then.
Do you recognize me?
Wait, you should have asked, do you know who I am?
That's right.
Yes.
the tomb concierge.
You all can
Wait,
confer
you-
if you
you-
want to. Yeah.
Okay, he's waiting for a question?
Yeah. He says he's
Mhm.
offered to answer any
Okay.
questions that you have, but he'll ask you questions in return, and you can have 3 questions.
Ask
All
where
right.
Asarak is.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, where's that ass crack?
Give us that script.
Give us ass crack, you bastard.
That's not a question. All right. Max turn around and say, all right, question the first. Where is Asarak?
Exactly in the tomb.
Precisely in where can we
His
find him
precise
within this
location.
place?
I know my husband. He will do some shady shit to be like, he's in the tomb. Okay.
Right.
I'm afraid I am not privy to the master's every whim and location, but when he deigns to visit, he is usually in the lowest levels of the tomb. Now, my first question. The Yuan Ti of Omu. We cut a deal with them to help guard the tomb, yet here you are. How did you deal with them?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah. Shit. Hold on.
That's the second question.
The Yuan T are onto you bastards. They know exactly what kind of shady dealings you've been doing with
Cowboy.
That's right. What was the name of the leader?
Raz
Sarah?
Nisi.
Rosnisi.
that one.
Yeah. And he didn't take very kindly to, decaying. That's
And-
how.
And you cut a deal with him then.
That's a second question.
That is another
yeah.
question.
You don't see him smile, but you see his eyes crinkle a bit, and he nods and says, "Very well, ask your second question."
What's our second question?
Is that your second question?
I'm not talking to you.
Soulmonger?
Doctors or briefs?
I bet he's commando under those. I'll bet you anything.
We won't ever know unless we ask.
Unless you ask.
George, get your sexy dance on. We need to find out.
That's right.
All right, here's our second question.
Is it the Soulmonger? Should be our second one.
How do I kill the grump?
Soulmonger.
Shut up, George.
Just kidding. How about this as a second question? If you are in our shoes, what is
Cammy,
the
welcome to the
answer-
channel. Thank you.
If you were in our position, what is the answer to the question that you would ask if you were us?
I'm not going to stop George from asking, man.
He kind of shakes his head a bit.
Before.
Yeah. I am not some sort of construct you can confuse with your inane, illogic questions.
And yet you look confused.
Yeah. Now give me a question I can answer or lose it, and I shall ask my second. You can ask me whatever, and I'll do my best to answer.
All right. Well,
Ask him how to destroy the Soulmonger.
all right.
You and your soulmonger. What's the big deal?
One track mind.
Got a real soulmonger on the brain.
I gotta kill some shit, man. I'm standing next to this Tomb Guardian. I'm trying real hard not to stab it.
Yeah. One goes like, kill everything in this room. Kill it.
You just see Kless going like this. Sword hand twitch.
How would we destroy the Soulmonger if we wanted to? I'm not saying we do, but if we wanted to.
Withers kind of glares at you for a while and says, how would you destroy anything powerful? Any sort of, he kind of glances over at all your equipment and things. All of those look suitable enough. I don't know if destroying it... To destroy it, you'll have to survive to get there, of course. And that means I will have failed my job, so I do hope you don't make it that far. My second question. He leans forward a bit. I don't get out much these days, I'm afraid. The pool outside lets me see through different creatures and allows me to even look at the glorious city, my former city of Omu. But about Chult, please tell me, what effect is this soulmonger having on the outside world?
A pretty shitty one. There's fucking undead everywhere.
Indeed. How glorious. Mere side effects, you understand, but very nice ones for those of us who are dead already, of course. Probably less pleasant for you. All right, please, one more question you may ask.
I've got a question.
So.
Where are you, Mr. Withers? Emotionally.
Why?
Are your needs being met?
I could not be happier, my dear turtle. I am right where I've always wanted to be. I am a designer, a creator, and my creation is death, an instrument of pain and torture, and this has been a absolute delight for me to infuse my life's work into this wonderful, wonderful place. Thank you so much for asking.
Not that you don't have to answer this, but what designer wouldn't want to be out there in their creation?
Oh, I'm out constantly. I saw whenever you all decided to rest for some time, had one of those nice little, what do you call them? Magic huts. Very, very fancy. Adventurers love using those, but it creates a lot of problems for us, so
Surely it was a changing room and you just kind of peeped at us.
I try not to interfere too much in my
You don't
experiments.
have laws against that type of shit.
But I make the laws in here, sweetheart. But resting for 8 hours.
He did not just call me that.
Dungeon.
That is one of the laws.
I want to stab one of his little hands that's right next to me for the fact he just called me sweetheart.
Yeah, you reach over and just he goes,
Yeah.
just twitches. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just lift the sword with the hand on the end of it.
Juan goes like, yes. Withers leans forward now, excited, and says, now, please, for my third question, tell me, what has been the best part of your experience here in the tomb? What has been your favorite room? This
Ooh, the
feedback
wine room.
is very important. The wine room.
Everyone's just talking at once.
Yeah.
Everyone's gotten very.
Very excited, everyone.
Please, yes, all of you, this is a wonderful chance to elicit some very useful feedback. Usually adventurers are quite dead by the time I get to them.
The masonry.
Indeed! A fan! Even though I can have to understand him from his Allosaurus point. But I think that one enjoys
tapping the stone with his claw.
It's like feeling the stone. That one really enjoys the masonry, I can tell. Yes. Very best, spared no expense.
Allosaurus gives the AOK symbol
Yeah.
with his 3 claws.
I'll be honest with you, Mr. Wizard, Mr. Withers.
Mr. Wizard.
Mr. Wizard.
I'm attracted to you right now.
Mr. Wizard. Please, Mr. Wizard was my father.
You can call me Ted.
I'm Chaz.
My favorite part of this whole dungeon
Can we go on a date?
is
Meeting you.
is meeting and then murdering the shit out of the person who designed this damn place. That's my favorite part.
He huffs. Oh,
All of us just turned and looked at
He sighs and said, oh, I thought we really had a connection there with some of us at least.
The Allosaurus is nodding.
I'm trying to stab a second hand.
Yes. Hey, please, I'm going to have to replace those with your own hands,
Come and get him, sweetheart. She stabs the second hand.
He sighs and says, all right. Well, this has been most enlightening, but our time is at an end. You all have an awful lot of dying to do, and we would not want to keep the master waiting. So and he gestures to the door, and you see a couple of the crawling claws stop whatever the random things they were doing and just wave. Do like a waving motion. One of them does
Can
like
I get a third one?
this. Yeah, there's these claws like all over the room, and you're stabbing all the ones near you.
It's like picking up trash on the side of the highway. She does not appreciate being called sweetheart.
Mm-hmm.
You're a very confusing man, Mr. Withers. Why wouldn't we kill you? You're behind all of this.
Oh, well, for one thing, I'm already dead.
You know what I mean.
No, I don't think you do. You can kill me, but I'll still be around. Master.
You're the soulmonger.
Yes. Oh no, please. No, I am one of the Master's favorite. It might take a while, but he will bring me back. That's the kind of health plan we have here at the Tomb of Annihilation. 100% guaranteed health care, Mr. Mannix. Now, granted, your soul does belong to a Serac, but I've got everything I need here. I do not fear death. It would be an inconvenience, for sure, and I would prefer if you left nicely. I don't want to have to move my secret office and my workshop, but I will.
Does anything look valuable in this place? Or useful?
That would have been a really good question to ask.
Of Withers?
Yeah.
Well, just visually speaking now, without having asked the question.
Yeah. Give me a perception check as you just kind of look around the room.
All right. I'll click down my glasses. $22.
Yeah. You notice that he seems to have a spell book on him. He's that skeletal songbird in a corner. Looks like it's, pretty unique. And he's got a what looks like kind of a magic textbook on his desk. It says on the spine, Manual of Golems. But you can't see into any drawers or anything just by looking around, so that's all you get from a visual.
Okay.
Oh,
do we actually want to
steal it? I can steal it.
We could. I was just gonna kill the guy. Mannix doesn't like this dude, going free while we're still in his tomb of horrors.
It's Annihilation, please. We're rebranded.
That's a different tomb.
Rebranded for a different image. How to stay hip with the kids these days.
Can Theron tell at this point if there are any undead in this room?
Withers is undead, isn't he?
You're pretty sure he is. The animated rotting claws running around probably classify as undead.
Those are probably undead, yeah.
All right. So Theron's going to try to squeeze past George to get into that room and start chomping things.
All right. When Mannix starts hearing Theron start to come to the door, Mannix will turn to Withers and will say, there's a lot for us to fear in this dungeon, that's for sure. But there's a lot for you to fear in the room. He's going to wave his hand. He's going to attempt to cast Enemies Abound on this gentleman.
Okay. Let's have everybody roll initiative.
All right.
Wait. I've got hands
As-
on the end of my sword.
Withers gives off a sigh, a resigned sigh.
You had to know it was going to come to this.
Ah, I did poorly.
So did I.
Oh, I see what happens. So when I roll for Theron, it changes Gillian's. Oh, I didn't click on. That's why I didn't click on Theron. Oops.
God, my initiative rolls. Holy crap. You also note that as you all start taking offensive measures, the claws all begin swarming together and like crawling all around themselves and literally forming swarms of crawling claws.
Except for like the 5 I have on the end of my sword. They're just twitching.
Yeah. Maybe one less swarm than you would normally be facing.
Oh, those are bigger hands.
Yeah, I didn't have a graphic for the one that they use, unfortunately. So I'd use the generic, but it's a swarm of hands. Okay, so Manic, since you were doing as part of the dialogue and you had the kind of foresight as Theron was coming in, I'll let you do the surprise round for enemies abound, which is what? Reach in mind if one change sports make an intelligence saving throw. Let's see, where are you, Mr. Withers?
Yeah, and
Failed side target loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe.
Oh no.
All creatures
Okay.
against enemies until the spell
Try and mute
ends.
it.
each time target takes damage, you can repeat the saving effect. Okay. I'm gonna take a real hard gamble that he does not have a +4 intelligence saving throw. And Mannix is going to have looked at this scenario previously or analyzed the situation
Okay.
and knows that he's going to roll a 12.
Did we decide if that is that before or after the modifier?
Oh, that's actually, I forgot.
I thought that was with the modifier.
Because we've always played it like it's the end results.
Oh, it's the end result. You're right, that is. Because it also trumps advantage disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
So he rolls a 12.
Actually, if that's the case, because I forgot that, let's go with the 14.
Okay.
The 14 still fails.
Okay. Do you have a DC 15?
16. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at you.
No.
All right. So you wave that hand, and suddenly he has his eyes go like crossed for a second. Let's see. Anytime the target takes damage, can repeat the saving throw. Cannot distinguish. Loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe. This is like hacking into a turret or something.
Mm-hmm.
It can see enemies. Regarding all creatures, it can see as enemies until the spell ends. Okay.
But when he chooses a target, he has to choose a target at random. So if he was going to target one of us, he just basically has to roll a dice and see who he targets.
Just of like everybody in sight?
Yeah. From among the creatures it can see within the range of the spell attack.
Oh boy.
Or other ability.
Interesting. Okay. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Let's put I think you still add the mod. Yeah, I'm not sure about that either. We've always played like it's the end result, but I don't remember. I thought we looked it up one time and found the answer.
I think we did. Yeah, that it was the end result.
Somebody look up how divination die works.
That might have been versus the advantage disadvantage conversation.
Yeah.
It might have trumped that.
Somebody find me the answer.
Someone says portent replaces the roll of the die. So if you imagine you actually roll the die.
If it's just the roll, then I think modifiers would still apply, which would be different.
Right.
Which would make divination die slightly less powerful because you still get the modifiers.
Yeah.
I think that's the part we've never done. We've always used as the end result.
I think that the end result thing was in regards to the advantage or disadvantage. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, that's how it trumps that. Okay. Jeremy Crawford says the portent die is intended to replace a D20 roll only, not any modifiers applied to it.
Thank you, Jeremy Crawford. Okay.
I was just reading the same thing. I was about to say the same.
That's always the go-to is whatever Crawford says in Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll go back to using the 12 now that I understand the rules.
Okay. So he rolls a 12 and then applies his modifier after that?
Yes.
And what is your DC?
16.
Okay. He does fail.
Okay.
You feel it's pretty close.
I
Looks like a smart cookie. All right, so he currently goes a little bit cross-eyed as your spell does affect him, and you guys start moving in. Blades are being drawn. Why don't we actually go on break a little bit early, but let's do it before we jump into this combat sequence. And we will come back in about 10 minutes as we do a showdown in this poor innocent man's office.
Yeah.
Innocent.
This guy is Arcade from Marvel. Like, he's not an innocent man.
He
He's
just
built a
wanted
death
to
machine.
chat. I don't know what you're talking about. Answering all your questions. All right. I think we are coming back from break. Hopefully. So one fun thing that Discord does that I'm discovering is that if somebody's turned their camera off, it also changes the order in which everybody is in. So literally, if somebody
really?
Like right now, Raymond's camera is off, and so we're all lined up differently in my...
It is not that way on mine. We're in the exact same order, even though Raymond's camera is off on mine.
His is now last.
Oh,
on mine.
I see what you're saying. It reorders them.
It reorders them, yeah, which is going to fuck up my thing because I've got literally cropped everybody from there.
I wonder if when he comes back, if he'll go back in line.
I think so. I hope so, because otherwise I'm going to fix our cameras again. I'm not going to fix it at the moment, so we're going to be messed up until Ray comes back, because I'm sick of constantly fixing our cameras. But this Discord update has caused me all kinds of issues. So right now, Heather, you are temporarily the Dungeon Master.
Yes. Welcome to Heather's too.
All the power that implies.
All that implies. All right, so we are starting some combat with Gillian. Reese, do you want to run her, or do we want to skip to you?
I think skip to me. I'm not sure what's happening now. So
okay.
She is working tonight. So. Oh, hold up! I just received word.
Tell her to stop rolling such high initiative.
Okay, so I am in a very precarious situation here, and do not have a robust supply of hit points. So
it's a very nice way of putting that.
Would like to know. I would like to try to polymorph into a T-Rex.
Yes,
but I'm in this very small space, so I'm not sure how that will work.
I mean, you just push everyone else away.
They just go.
I don't know. Yeah.
I will say that if you're a T-Rex, it's also going to cause disadvantage in here because you are in like an office. I'm not saying you can't do it, but it's going to be hard for you to maneuver.
Has a lot of hit points that's smaller than a T-Rex.
This is something we're going to learn today, isn't it?
How many hit points each?
I don't know my polymorph options. I should have Googled just a minute ago.
Is that because what's the size larger?
Because T-Rex is a size larger than the Allosaurus. It is whatever the next size up is. So that's even more challenging to maneuver in. Raven, please come back. I can create a duplicate actually.
Okay, well, I don't have anything else. Like, I don't know.
You can still do it.
But say, even if nothing else happens, you got a mess
Well,
of hit.
I would like to polymorph into something because of my hit point situation.
Anything would be a net gain.
Just polymorph into like a bear.
There he is.
A
Yeah,
bear.
so-
A bear is more like smaller than a T-Rex.
Or an Allosaurus.
There's already an Allosaurus. It's
But there'd
already
be
been
two.
done.
Ooh, no, there can only be 2 Allosauruses. But
I'll
Allosaurus
polymorph
is
into a
Highlander
bear.
rules, I think.
What
An
CR?
armored bear.
All right, look.
What
What
CR
beasts
can
do
turn
I
to
have
right now?
available? Let's look at that.
Yeah. What CR are you right now? That you
What?
can turn into. What CR beast can you turn into?
Her same level, I think, right? With
Oh,
a polymorph.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
level, but I don't know what level
it has to be a beast. which
beasts
is the
are. I
problem.
didn't
It
look
does have
this
to be a
up.
beast, yeah.
A T-Rex is
So-
like the biggest beast.
Underneath T-Rex, there's giant ape, which is King Kong.
Yeah.
How is that huge?
That's
That's
also huge.
Pretty
Yeah.
big. Yeah.
How big is a mammoth? There's mammoth.
Jesus. All right,
That's
you
a
guys
CR6.
are not solving the problem of hugeness here.
I don't know how big it is though. Maybe it's just a large. Under that is a giant crocodile or a triceratops. CR5.
Oh yeah. There's Triceratops.
Triceratops is also huge, so it's the same size.
Yeah, you just keep naming dinosaurs. Dinosaurs
Dude,
are
like,
really big.
dinosaurs are cool.
At CR4,
Stegosaurus
you
is
got an
also
elephant.
huge.
What about Pachycephalosaurus?
Oh my God.
I don't see that.
Okay,
on
I'll
this
just,
list
it's
of
fine. I'll
Quick,
just
chat,
polymorph,
give us
I'll just
a
polymorph
beast.
into a bear. It's fine.
Bear. I do have bears.
Whatever the biggest bear is.
Whatever the biggest bear
She's
is.
a dire bear.
Polar bear, I think is the biggest bear.
I
The
don't have a
Polar
polar
bear.
bear.
I thought it was like a grizzly bear or something like that. Was like the biggest bear.
Pause
Yeah,
while we
I
look
only
up
see-
all the animals.
Yeah, I was trying to avoid this. That's why I just keep saying bear. But they are the
All right.
ones
I
Fair
know
enough.
we're so excited
naming
about
dinosaurs and bear.
See, you got boys talking about dinosaurs. Now it's just on the brain.
How about a koala bear?
Oh, that would be so cute.
I do have the Zorbos. Wait, is that? I don't know if that's actually a beast. That's what those are. No, it's a monstrosity. That's no fun. The fuck are my bears?
Koala bears are fearsome little fuckers too.
I have a lion. Well, I don't think lions. Let's see.
Lions are
Ooh.
way loud. They're like
Yeah,
CR1.
they're CR1. That's lame. In the world of D&D, lions are not that impressive.
At CR3, you have Ankylosaurus, giant scorpion, killer whale. Killer whale.
A killer whale.
Yes, I can't be T-Rex, but killer whale.
Killer whale, I'll
Just
allow.
hop around.
All these dinosaurs are huge. Jeez, they're all going to be hard to do in
Yeah.
a tight room.
Yeah. And then you get into CR2, which has saber-toothed tiger, rhinoceros, polar bear, plesiosaurus.
Plesiosaurus.
No,
Plesios,
it's
I
a
don't-
pleasuresaurus.
But it's a pleasuresaurus.
You have pleasure model.
Named that way because of Francine Pleasure, who discovered it.
It's right.
For some reason, I don't have a bear in here either. I am unprepared for polymorph.
Sure.
Yes, you can. Yeah, you could transform into Allosaurus.
All right, fine. I'll be an Allosaurus.
I've got an
Or
Allosaurus.
Be a dinosaur.
Yes.
Be a dinosaur.
Now, if I unshapeshift, cast Allosaurus, and then shapeshift back to an Allosaurus, we have 3 Allosaurus.
That's right.
I don't.
Allosaurus is everywhere.
Okay.
You're an Allosaurus, and you're an Allosaurus, and you're an Allosaurus.
So your current spot. Okay, the easiest thing would be to have you go here, and it just shoves these. Wow, you know what? The swarm can actually take up your same square, so that's fine.
Hey, how about that?
How about that?
Or I just crush it and it dies.
Yep.
There's that too.
All right, so you polymorph as an action and transform yourself into an Allosaurus, which can move around a little bit easier in this room. Now we go to Theransaurus.
Hello.
Now you
Can I
see.
squeeze past George?
You can't. So it's already double movement where you are, and then squeezing past George is another double movement. So do whatever math you need to there.
Quadruple movement.
I think an Allosaurus can go, 60 feet?
Can you really?
See. Yep.
Oops, that doesn't
All
work.
right.
Just pulls
I'm going to squeeze right here on top of everyone.
This is not going to work at all. God damn you, people on your big tokens.
Push me into a chair.
I don't care.
I just shove her out of the way.
Yep, we get shoved right out of the way.
All right, you're going to take one attack of opportunity from this golem as you literally just shoot this awkward, shimmy past everything. I don't even know how to grab its token out from under you. I'm going to move you to the back. As it gets shoved up there. Okay, but yes, you can reach that spot very, very awkwardly as the nearest Tomb Guardian attempts to punch you with a gauntleted fist. With a 16.
Yes.
For 15 bludgeoning damage, and give me that berserk save, please.
The best place for this
This
to
is
happen.
the best place for a berserk Allosaurus, by the way.
What kind of save was that?
Dangerous
Leave
kind.
it. Yeah, shit. Did we not write this down
Wisdom,
somewhere?
right?
I think it was wisdom, yeah. DC 15 wisdom.
That was... Oh, no. That was a plus. That's a +9.
Oh, it was a +9. You rolled a 4.
Oh, shit.
All right. Theransaurus comes ambling into this room.
This gets angry.
And
Promptly goes insane.
it promptly goes insane. His eyes roll red. Hunting around for targets. You do get well, no, actually, because you took the hit when you walked in here. All right, so you are currently berserk.
Okay.
So
He does hate undead.
that's true. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a target-rich environment, is what we would say. 1,
Come on, Mannix.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 7 targets around you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm gonna have you starting at. I actually went counterclockwise, didn't I? All right, let's start at number 1 is the Tomb Guardian. Number 2 is George. Oh, you know what? I should number these guys, actually.
Possible scenario for this to happen.
It
It
really
is.
Okay. Number 1 Tomb Guardian is you're gonna roll a D8. This is how it's gonna work. You're gonna roll a D8.
Okay.
That's gonna determine your target. And number 1 is number 1 Tomb Guardian. Number 2 is George. Number 3 is number 2 Tomb Guardian. Number 4 is Gilliansaurus. Number 5 is Mannix. Number 6 is Kaless. Number 7 is the swarm of crawling claws up there. And number 8, I'll let you have a wild as your choice. It's a moment of lucidity. Wow.
There it
Nailed
hangs
the
on.
8. You get to choose. You are still berserk, but you get to choose your current
Mannix
target.
it is.
But you can pass it off as being berserk.
No. I'll attack number 2.
Okay. Rage Theransaurus.
With my bite.
17 does chomp through its heavily armored plate mail. For
Wow.
23. Now, Theron, I think I know the answer to this, but your beast form is considered magical in terms of weaponry, in terms of your
Yes.
teeth and claws. Okay. So you see that doing full damage to that Tomb Guardian.
Right.
It takes a chomping.
Keeps on stomping.
Indeed. But still enraged. Okay, the swarm of claws. You know what? Since Kaless was busy stabbing claws left and right, this swarm of claws is gonna swarm over you, Kaless. Swarm.
Okay.
I should number these guys too. Green. Green number 1. Actually, swarm of crawling claws. There we go. They claw at you very ineffectually. Rolled a 2. Not very good. They're trying to find purchase, and you're just batting them away. The other ones are already on top of Gillian's Saurus, so they will attempt to claw at her. And of course, that one's going to hit. Remember, I always hit Gillian. So Gillian, as an Allosaurus, you currently have 51 temporary hit points. And is this attack going to work? I clicked the button. Oh, shit. I'll do the first one. It hit it twice. 18 slashing damage as these claws with their long, thin fingers rake all over your body. However, you also have to roll a concentration save to keep up the Allosaurus form. Reese, I assume you're keeping track of temporary hit points over there.
I wrote it down.
She is.
Excellent work.
Pencil and everything.
With a
what?
paper.
What am I doing?
Paper.
Concentration saving. Constitution. Sorry.
Yep. Con saving throw, please.
Oh,
That's
no.
not good.
Hold on.
Oh.
Hold on. I'm going to use my inspiration. 'Cause this
Okay.
is just a real bad time to not be an Allosaurus.
Also, don't you get the Allosaurus? Wow.
That's
That is
not
very
good.
bad.
It's not good.
Yep. So unfortunately, you drop out of Allosaurus form.
Well, 18,
That saved you a hit.
18 points of damage.
I did.
Yeah.
Kaless, you are next.
Okay. So we can't hit the one dude, right? Because of your.
Yeah. It's a soft yes. He'd ahead, but
He gets to
there's a
repeat.
chance he will attack his allies if you don't.
Yeah.
But I can hit him real hard because he hasn't gone yet.
Oh. I mean, if you need to.
I mean, she does have a grudge against him, so.
Longo just wants to
Alright.
murder things left and right.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, calm yourself, Longo. Alright, so I'll take the disengage action so I don't take like 2 different reaction attacks. And I'm going here. So now I get to assassinate this asshole. At least I'm gonna try.
Advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn in combat yet. That is true.
I take it he's not gonna be surprised by that.
No, we didn't have. I guess Mannix had the surprise round with the enemies abound. But otherwise,
19 hit it?
yes.
Cool.
Calculate how much
All
the
right.
thing is, but yes.
I'm gonna do a 3d6 on this guy again too.
Oh boy.
It's worked out well for us so far.
Oh, that was
Right,
bad.
Gillian?
Right.
Right
There's
there.
a lot of 1s and a lot of 6s.
I know. So the first one's for him. Ugh. Second one's for me.
Somebody do
It's
that
gotta
math.
be 35. Ah!
Ah, it's turning on you.
Oh
It
boy.
is.
All right, you sink your blade into his back, and he like stiffens. Oh! So he gets to repeat the save. Is that how it works?
Yep.
Each time the
It's
target
intelligence
takes
saving
damage.
throw. Yeah.
Okay. So once again, I will attempt to hide his modifier. And what is your
We
DC
already know
again?
it's not a +4. 16.
16?
Yeah.
Does succeed.
I'm not saying I don't trust you.
Huh?
Do me a favor and roll that 10 times. Just roll it through a few times. Let's just see that they're.
Okay.
Yeah, that your thing actually works.
But then his bad
Man.
rolls are going to come up right
The
now.
second I have a hidden roll, I get called on.
If we're relying on technology, I want to make sure.
I gotta type it in every time now.
Did you put the up arrow?
No, I'm not typing to the chat window. It's a pop-up window.
Okay.
I guess a 0 success would be a fail.
Correct.
And this is just you typing in the numbers manually.
I'm typing in the DC and then what modifier for him to use.
Okay. All right, I'm satisfied.
Okay.
I did do 35 points of damage to him.
Yes.
Yeah.
It seemed quite painful for him. He was not a fan. So he's no longer enchanted. Now he's just worried. Mr. George.
Let me paint a picture here.
Uh-huh.
Oh dear.
There's a berserk Allosaurus. Tiny room.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
George
Yes.
says, he whispers, just under his breath, "No hard feelings, guys," as he closes the door.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fair.
I
I have
mean,
a personal request to go on.
Oh no, George is off to find the slot. We're never gonna see him again.
Turns invisible.
Yeah.
yeah, yep.
And can I still open? Have I acted too much? Can I open this door
Uh,
stealthily?
you can open a door as a free action. You are
you
still
do stuff
invisible. You cast a spell, force a saving throw, or deal damage. So you can actually open and close doors while invisible.
Open this door.
George, I'm not sure that you would recognize this room, but you probably realize what it is when you open it, based on the descriptions that Kaless and Mannix gave you when they saw this room from a different point of view, which was the secret staircase from level 1 that led down into what looked like a workshop run by a bunch of creepy, undead-looking dwarves wearing the green devil face masks and tinkering with various traps and mechanical implements and things all along the walls. The very far end as this giant, like, Iron Maiden with tubes running in it. There's body parts everywhere.
No slide here. As far as I can tell. But that's the end of my turn.
Mr. Mannix.
Oh boy, we're okay. None of this would be that scary if it wasn't for the berserk dinosaur. That's the only truly concerning part.
That's a common fear amongst people.
Hello.
How do you get unberserk?
I don't.
He kills everything around him.
No, hold on. I think
if he
Mannix
drops
might actually
out
have a
of-
solution to this.
If he drops out of his wild shape form, then he's automatically unberserked. Or if
But
I
I think. Joe, go ahead.
would say if there was some kind of sight radius he had.
Right, like if you, I think it said. Actually, I want you to roll it, or actually tell me what the wording says, because I might have a solution, depending on what the wording says.
Well, let's see what the wording says.
Yeah, hopefully I ordered it somewhere.
You know, it's there's enemies.
While berserk, I must use my action on nearest creature. I am berserk. till I start my turn with no creatures within 60 feet of me, that I can see or hear.
Oh shit! It's both.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if we can just kill everything in the room, I'll pop darkness and nobody moves.
But you can still
Yeah.
hear
if we don't
Or
move.
cloud fog.
Yeah, because I've got blindness deafness, the spell. I picked that up recently, so I was
Hmm.
gonna do that. But that's only one of the two. I can either make him blind or I can make him deaf.
Oh, well, you have to combine that with
Oh.
the.
Yeah, if you make him deaf, I'll make him blind.
Is your spell like a spell? Or is this...
No.
Well, honestly, for the time being, right now, as mean as this is to say, Gillian's the only one that's gonna be standing next to.
That's the Mannix I remember.
And if she, moves away to contend with, then we'll have a few turns to figure something out. So I am going to, with my bonus action. Nope, not that. I'm going to weave my hands together and form my shadow blade.
Shadow Blade.
And then I'm going to light that shadow blade on fire and attempt to stab Mr. Withers. Does a 13 hit Mr. Withers?
13 does not hit Mr. Withers.
Jesus Christ. Advantage does not help me. All right. Well, then I'm going to use my bonus action to actually. Oh fuck. Well, I can move here. I use my bonus action to cast Shadow Blade. I can't actually disengage now.
Ah, okay.
Instead, I'm just going to move here. I'm going to shuffle around him, and that's it for me.
All right, Mr. Withers. Seeing you all in these very annoying positions. Let's see.
Do tell.
Celeste, you were the one that stabbed him in the back, literally.
Mm-hmm.
So he will turn around and says, "Ow, that really hurt." And he will hold his hands out and attempt to shoot waves of necromantic energy around your body. And hopefully hit the cat. It's kind of lagging for me. I've got too many tokens. Thought I cast it. It's gonna be a con save. Come on, you can do it. Yep, I hit the thing. Alright, is that not...
Have a bunch of these pop up at once?
Yeah, maybe.
Just only hit things once. Stop being a button pusher.
I've hit it twice. Well, give me a con saving throw.
Oops, I was not supposed to be with advantage. My bad. I did bad.
That's pretty bad. You got a good
Right.
con, too.
Yeah, I do. Plus
Okay.
5.
He casts Blight upon you as you feel your body wither and shrivel. I'm just going to have to roll it manually. It's not going to roll. That is an 8d8 necrotic damage on a failed save.
Oh, shit.
8d8.
Wow.
That is 33 necrotic damage as you feel your body decaying before you.
Okay. I'm still up.
Indeed, he frowns at that. Actually, his mask is always frowning, so it just stares deeper.
I'm clear.
Yep.
Can I use my reaction and uncanny dodge that?
Not.
When an attacker that you see hits you with an attack.
It was not an attack roll though, and you can't evade it because it wasn't dexterity.
I know.
Curse you with this. All right, Tomb Guardians. Number 1 is just gonna work on mindlessly punching Theransaurus. Yeah, 22 for 16 damage. These things might just do your job for y'all. They get 2 attacks apiece. 15.
Yep.
About another 10 damage.
Okay. 10 away.
Tomb Guardian number 2 is going to be punching at Gillian. Oh, 12. That 12 doesn't even hit a Gillian.
Not even a Gillian.
Once more with a second punch. 22. That's more like it. Gillian, 13 bludgeoning damage. This gauntlet fist with decaying flesh inside really punches your clock. And then it is back up to Gillian's turn. George, you see Corvex peek around a corner and like, how did that door open?
Oh my goodness, so bad. So bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, so like if I disengage from number 2 and then run away, then this guy will also have an attack of opportunity, right?
No, I think if you disengage, that negates all attacks of opportunity for that round.
Oh, okay.
So you spend your turn like ducking and weaving.
Yep.
Okay, great. Okay, so then can I disengage and run out into the hallway?
Can
I squeeze through there?
Yes, the problem is George closed the door, first of all. Yes, but as we've established, if you run through somebody's square and they are an antagonist, they get an attack of opportunity on you, and Theron is currently enraged. What I will do is we'll flip a coin on Theron on whether or not he would deign to react to attack you or not. Literally a 50% chance.
That's okay. I'll just run the other direction. So I'm going to disengage.
You do notice George never came in the room and the door is closed. You can file that away for later if you want.
Yeah, we all will.
And I'm going to run over here and crouch in the corner.
Pretend to be a piece of furniture.
Think about your life choices that led you to this moment.
Yeah, no, all this really poor rolls when leveling up apparently that have led me to having this many hit points. And I'm going to heal myself because things are looking rough. Oh my gosh.
I mean, if you want to throw some points this way, I'm not going to be opposed to it.
It's just flesh just swallowing off her body.
I didn't realize. I did not even realize how you were hurting as well. Okay, you know what? I'm going to heal Celeste then with that.
I'll take it. I will take anything at this point.
9 points. Oh gosh. Okay.
Have a case of the owie.
Mm-hmm. Well, good news, Theransaurus. You only have 3 enemies in reach, and they're all bad guys. So, give me a D4.
We know how to handle this.
Give me a D4 this time. 1 will be number 1, Tomb Guardian. 2, number 2 Guardian. 3, the Crawling Claws, and 4 will be your choice. Show me whatever door you pick.
It's rolling the dice.
Okay, is it lagging on your end too?
Yeah.
It never did cast that fucking spell. I clicked it twice. 3 is the Crawling Claws up there in the corner of the swarm. Swarm of claws.
Time to bite that swarm. think I clicked it.
All right, I'm glad it's not just me then.
All right, I definitely clicked it that time.
Click it a few more times. That's usually what helps.
Well, nuts. Those are two really bad rolls.
Sure are. A 1 and a 4. It's
Alright,
not going to cut the mustard. You lead down and bite, and all the hands just separate. You're just parting the sea of hands with your face as you go down.
That's really disappointing.
The stinky sea of hands.
Can I throw one of my dead hands that's on the end of my sword at the floor where Theransaurus was trying to bite it, so he thinks he got one?
make him think he did.
The swarms. Number 1 will swarm on top of Theron, just very creepily crawling up your Theransaurus legs. Attempts to slash at you. Yeah. Swarm. All right, let's see if I can get this attack off. All right, the attacks are fine for me. 13. I don't think that hits you, does it?
No, actually. Thanks to my adamantine skeleton.
That.
Adamantine skeleton brought to you by the Fire Newts of Frakamar. Fire Newts of Frakamar, get all of your adamantine skeleton needs. Crawling claws number 2, seeing a Mannix near their beloved master, will swarm all over him. All these nasty claws.
Not nasty claws. Oh shit.
For a 24, Mr. Mannix.
I can't shield that.
Nope, they're all over you. They're everywhere. They're crawling into very naughty places and slashing at you.
Naughty places. I can handle.
I won't go too far. I'll leave it up to your imagination.
Okay.
For 15 slashing damage, I also need you to give me a strength save or be knocked prone as they all just tickle you down to the floor.
Okay.
Oh, tickling, thank goodness.
That's probably not going to do it. 15?
Nope. Yeah, so you take 15 slashing and fall prone to the ground with a swarm of claws all over you. Kless.
Okay.
As he falls, the hands are crawling over his face. His last thoughts, hey, where's George?
This feels really imbalanced for some reason.
How about a 26 to hit this asshole?
Yes. Indeed.
32 points of damage for him on that one.
Nice.
Kless, you sink your blade into his chest, and he gives out a wheezing sound and hovers forward, and his whole body just kind of shrivels, and you see it do this really like crunch, crunch, crunch kind of animation as all of his limbs start shriveling up, and you see that giant obsidian skeleton, necklace is not the right word, it's almost like a Tony Stark like thing embedded in his chest deal, begins to suddenly glow, its eyes lighting up, and his entire body seems to shrink, and not shrink, but do that like, it's like shrinking from the inside, and his limbs are just flailing, and then this the obsidian skull just blinks bright light, and then it just disappears, and you see his body disappear, and the only thing that falls to the ground is that face mask.
I'll pick it up and say, how was that, sweetheart?
That's pretty good.
You can have a point of inspiration for the excellent badass one-liner. You also get your new blood drinker temporary hit points as well.
Yeah, I can use. Hey, that's a lot better.
Nice.
Yeah, I don't want to go next to Theransaurus.
Neither did George, I will point out.
George is just first.
George is being prudent.
I'll go over here and try to stab the other hands that are like currently tickling Mannix to death.
Okay. This is the bonus action stab.
Yeah.
23 will definitely hit. 4, 5 damage. You find your weapon attack is difficult hitting a swarm, however. Swarm rules.
If I take a finger off, it's fine.
Yep.
I'm just not next to Theransaurus. That's what matters. I'd rather deal with the hands.
Deal with the
hands with this.
Yeah, we need more hand puns. Come on, everybody. Step it up here. Back to the adventures of George.
After peeking into this room, can I just like close the door again?
You are invisible, so when you open it, nobody immediately notices the door is open, but since you're completely invisible, yeah, if you want to just shut the door, you could do that.
I shut the door.
Okay.
I go the other way. 5, 10. Can I squeeze past Auroch? Or what's his name? Auroch?
No, that's canonical that you don't actually know his name, I think.
That's right. You call him Orax.
Look, Auroch, let me just get past it real quick.
Can I squeeze past him?
Yeah, that's fine. He's not gonna put up a fight.
George feels like the party might not condone his actions, but he's gonna use his action to dash.
Okay.
20 gets here. He's gonna pull out 1,000 copper coins. He's gonna throw it in the air and yell out, "It's raining gold!"
But you said copper coins.
Oh crap! You're right. I can't lie. Ah, damn it! I gotta play my
It's
character.
raining a moderate amount of coins out here.
It's raining tacos.
It's raining money.
It's
raining
raining.
money. As he throws 1,000 copper coins into the air.
Okay. You do that, and you think you hear a hissing sound nearby.
That's it. That's
You don't see anything in your range at the moment. Mr. Mannix.
Oh. I gotta spend half my movement standing up.
Yes.
Would enraged Theransaurus take attacks of opportunity if I disengage from him? I might take the disengage bonus action, I suppose.
We determined it was a flip of a coin when Gillian was going to generate it, so literally a 50% chance on whether he
Or you can
cares.
just let me bite you.
Or you could just
Present myself to the Theransaurus.
accept the fight.
I will. I'm not using my bonus action for this. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to disengage, and I'll come down here.
Disappointing.
Yep.
Yeah,
I don't want to get bitten.
never do.
Where I will attempt to Shadow Flame Blade. Hey, how about a crit?
Ooh.
That's also the wrong attack roll. So what I'm gonna do
He
instead?
fumbles and grabs his dagger, and somehow in that fumbling motion, it ends up being the perfect strike.
So what I'm gonna do instead is I'm gonna roll the Shadow Flame Blade that I intended to roll. And I'm just gonna roll the damage again. All three of these. Which only one of them is the actual. Actually, no, none of them have the modifier. It's only a +1 on the psychic damage, so I'm just gonna do the damage again. So all of that -1.
I'm not doing that math. You better do that math.
I'm opening my phone. To do the
Hell no, I'm not doing that math.
You want to add all 6 of those numbers?
Yes.
Did we determine if the
44.
is the sneak?
44.
Jesus, can you just do that? Is the sneak attack part of
Yeah, 44.
psychic damage? Those are too many different numbers, man. I can't do that.
Every time you're gonna ask this question.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's all.
It's 44 minus 1 because I don't technically.
What
get
the hell is
modifier.
44 minus 1? I'm not doing that.
That again.
Hang on, let me get my phone. People in your math, I swear to goodness. That is a lot of damage.
Yes. Split evenly between sneak attack, psychic, and.
You kill most of the swarm. There are a few claws remaining, but your giant swoosh slices through the majority of them. We'll say there's like 2 claws left out of like a dozen. Yeah.
You see Colette on the other side going,
Yes. I should applaud. Alright, that's it.
Alright, we're back to George again already?
No.
No, what did I do?
Manic.
Where am I?
I just
Oh, Manic,
Guardian.
sorry. I went up. I don't know why I did that. We're down to the Tomb Guardians, that's right. Suddenly decided to go up.
We go whatever direction I say.
To
I'm
the
the
first, yeah.
I'm the captain.
I will turn this tomb around. Alright, Tomb Guardians are going to be punching as they do. Number 1 will be punching at Theransaurus. Hello.
I cannot be crit.
Oh, that's true. I guess I just ignore the second numbers then. So, alright, we'll just take 11.
Alright, I'm dwarf form now.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, you had 10 left. Jeez. His armor class is much better now, weirdly enough. Giant Theron! You do second fist attack from Guardian number 1 is an 11. That's no good.
Good thing I was Theron.
It's true. Number 2 will continue punching at Theron. 20?
Yes.
Put you down. Actually, if you were... Let's see, I can't actually have both of them attack. I actually have to change your thing around. We'll say number 1 move down then. Alright, so 20 hits for 15 bludgeoning damage. And then the second attack punches for 14, but I believe that is a miss.
It is.
Now we're back up at Gillian.
Okay. Well, Gillian wants to try to be helpful.
Ooh.
It's a lifelong dream of hers.
Having done nothing helpful this entire session. And we'll try
Thunder Wave, Thunder Wave.
Destroy everyone.
That's right.
I'm just gonna try to like stab the crawling claws.
Okay.
And if it makes you feel better, technically George hasn't done anything.
Oh, that's very true.
At least you're
don't
more
worry,
effective.
I know
than
that.
George.
George has done less than nothing. He's running around open bars trying to. That's what George is doing.
Yeah, literally trying to have more fighting happen. That does hit you.
I don't know that.
You kill one of the claws. There's like 1 claw left, Gillian.
Okay, I have my bonus crossbow attack then.
It would be
I'm gonna try to
cheating to call it a swarm.
Take him with that 1 remaining hand.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
now I'm rolling. Now that all the real danger is coming
That's
off.
right. There's 1 hand left, and Gillian's like, "You motherfucker!" Just a poor. You pinned that hand to the back of the wall, though. All its fingers go flying off.
Crit.
What a terrible
Gillian
crit
looks around
roll. There's
smugly.
2 ones.
That is 2 ones. Yeah, that is the lowest you can.
Literally the worst of the crits. But you know what? That kills that goddamn hand.
That's right, it does.
Excellent. Are we up to Theron?
Probably.
Surrounded by big beefy boys.
Big beef leaves.
Beefy.
Can they still hear me?
What? Oh,
I think we can still
Can you hear me?
covering the headphones.
kinda.
Don't take his mic away.
I just need to get a treat. I just need to treat this.
Not right here.
Get you guys on mic you can just put between you.
You're right. like they're singing a duet.
Yeah, like literally just.
I'll cast a shillelagh.
Shillag.
That's right.
Echo of shillelagh.
Needs to be a D&D character that we play. Shillag.
Shillag.
I'll attack. I think number 1 is the one I attacked earlier. 2.
I think it was 2.
2 actually.
All right, I'll attack 2.
Number 2. 19 does hit. Bonk. The bonks.
Bonks are back, baby.
Shillelagh is magical. It's very nature.
Seems important.
Indeed. All right, Theron, the swarm is going to swarm. Theron back here is just tanking all this other shit, by the way.
Yeah.
That's my role.
Yep.
As the druid.
As the druid.
The druid.
Stupid 3 rogues.
Swarm. The claws
Terrible.
are... This poor claw has not been able to find purchase on anything. They're all thumbs, you see. I thought that was a good hand joke, and I expect more out of all of you. Just saying.
I recognized it for the joke it was.
Yes.
And moved
All right.
on.
At least a curt nod is the fish is. Class.
That's how frustrate Eric and not enjoying his puns.
So many potential hand puns.
I refuse to acknowledge his puns.
They're all left thumbs.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Do, 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 do. Gonna attack a golem.
Oh no, my column. 19 will pierce that armor.
30 points of damage.
30 points of damage.
That wasn't bad for the sneak attack.
That's pretty painful. They are quite beefy, but that was pretty painful.
And then
5 hits for another.
oops, don't put that sneak attack on there. It's just a.
Okay.
I thought I unclicked it. My bad.
It's too much sneakery. George.
Yes. Coins raining down around him.
Yes.
Coins rolling down the stairs.
Uh-huh.
Coins in midair.
Yeah. You see crawling along the ceiling, appearing within 30 feet of you, is the invisible Slod, looking directly at you
Like he sees me?
as it comes.
Invisible?
No, it's looking at the coins.
Okay.
It's your turn. It's not it, but you you've seen
I
it make
can
it
never
that far.
tell if George is stupid or brilliant. I genuinely cannot tell.
So it's within 30 feet of me.
It is. It is hanging. Actually, it can't hang from the ceiling. The ceiling is a lot higher up. It is
But
crawling.
He has the power of Ning Ning.
He does, but it has to be within 30 feet, so he can't be. Yeah, he's on. I'm trying to remember how high the fucking ceiling is here, because you guys are on level 2.
Well, technically, he could be on like
it's 25 feet.
The floor above.
Right, because the balcony
side.
goes around, and it's 25 feet between. So yes, he can hang on the upside down balcony above you, almost directly above you. Then, so if you see him within 30 feet, it has to be almost directly above you.
With a
Kind of right,
action.
basically right above where you threw the coins, kind of in front of you.
With a bonus action, my thorn blade turns to a thorn whip, and I shoot out at him.
Oh, shit!
I don't,
George
Now he gets
really wants to fight this guy by himself.
Yeah.
I don't have
Holy
advantage. Do I? To get sneak it. Unless I surprise him so much, you give me advantage.
I mean, you're invisible.
You were
Like,
invisible. Yeah, that's the definition of fucking surprising this thing.
Okay,
Absolutely.
so 18 damage, and I'm going to use a superiority die as I am pulling him towards me 10 feet. I'm also going to try to trip him.
Okay, y'all have to help me with this one. You pull him. He's hanging upside down
10
from
feet.
the ceiling,
Yep.
and you pull him 10 feet. So does he
Towards
not
me.
be towards
Now
you?
he's 20 feet in the air holding.
right.
Falling.
He's falling.
Right.
He's falling at this point.
Okay.
Yeah. So now
He
he'll
would
take
fall the
falling damage.
remainder, the remaining 20 feet to the ground.
Okay, because we determined the fall rate is like 500 feet in a round or something, so he's definitely
Yeah.
falling.
Mhm.
Okay.
With superiority die, I do 3 extra damage.
Okay, 3 extra
And
damage. So you're tripping him when he hits the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, roll me 2d6 so you take some damage when he hits the ground. She just fucking whipped him and lassoed him down to the ground.
Yeah.
Crunched him with a massive hit. Takes 4 damage from slamming to the ground.
And now he has to do a strength saving throw. Well, unless he falls prone just by falling, I don't know.
It would be I think we usually allow a dex save if anybody's falling to try to avoid being prone. So I can have him do that first. We'll give him a DC 15 dex save to see. Whoops, I forgot to do my hidden one. Well,
That's safe.
he doesn't fall from that, yeah. And then so he's got a strength save of a DC 16. So let's do that one with a 16. And he succeeds on that one too. So even though he's pulled down and takes a licking, he manages to withstand all the various falls.
So I've taken my bonus, I've taken my action. Now for my extra attack, I'm going to step up to him. Not invisible anymore. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, you've definitely uninvisibilized. I guess he's still invisible because he doesn't go
I have my
uninvisible.
bandana. I have my bandana.
But yeah, you can see him regardless.
Oh, right.
But so my extra attack, 25 for 9 damage.
All right, he takes a good chunk.
So we meet again.
That's right. That was quite the surprise. Through the telepathy, you don't hear the Sloth's voice. You just hear, well, you haven't heard it before, but the Grung goddess's voice saying, "The treasure! That's the one that tried to kill me!" And she's completely changed. She's like, "He's got all the treasure! Strip it from his bones!" You see the Sloth just look at you with like just pure, like crazy fervor in its eyes.
George says, "Oh, don't forget the 1,000 coins that I.
That's right. Okay, have you got more inside you? Mr. Mannix, who has no idea that's going on.
Nope.
A true
whole
B
other
story. A true B story in this session.
Theron's back to being sane, so I'm gonna help him. I'm gonna step behind this golem thing. 22. That should do it.
Yeah, it does hit through its armor.
That's 18 damage.
18.
And that's all I got.
All right. That one is looking quite a bit injured. And it is their turn next. And they're going to do some punching. You guys are easy to run. I just punch things.
Punch everything.
Punch everything. Since Kaless got behind it, though, it is going to be punching at Kaless, number 1. And it was stabbing it. Okay, good. I thought it was going to screw up on me. 9 is not going to hit. 12 is not going to hit. It punches ineffectually, Kaless. You're dodging and weaving. It's slamming its fist into the wall.
She's just laughing.
Yeah. Number 2, since Mannix hit it last, it's going to turn and punch at you, Mr. Mannix.
Glass. I will turn on my shield.
Okay. Seeing her shield, come up and it gets bounced back. It gets worried a little bit and turns to Mannix and does its second punch. Not to Mannix, to Theron, sorry. Theron, I did mean Theron. 21 to Theron. I think that would have hit Mannix anyway. For 16 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Back up to Gillian.
I'm going to.
Oh, 1. I'm going to remember to roll initiative for the slod, which. Now that we started the new round, make sure it gets an actual turn. Great. Okay. Good job, everyone,
Sort of.
with the 1 on initiative. All right, don't have to worry about him for a while. Go ahead, Gillian.
I'm going to go start working on this other hand.
Yeah. Work the hands. Poor hand puns.
A crossbow 14.
14 will hit a few hands.
Excellent.
Hands
7
down.
damage.
Oh, they're not wearing armor?
Yeah.
No gloves?
It is hard to do damage to the hands, though.
And my rapier.
It's alright, she was already handsomely rewarded earlier.
Nope.
That was good. That was a good one. That's a good pun.
Everybody
6
gets
damage.
puns.
Hi, handsome.
All right. You find your
There's another
weapons.
hit pun.
Your weapons are challenging in being able to find the right damage. What am I trying to say? That was a terrible sentence to try to describe that.
What was it, a comment section?
It was.
Comment this. I don't know what they were trying to say.
Theron.
You want to work in a hand job somehow, but
Trying so hard.
Mr. Bristlebeard, please.
Hand him a pie or something.
Off the cuff. That's a good one.
There you go.
Chat's coming through.
Lend him
Come-
a hand here.
Coming through. Yes.
all right, I'll attack 2.
That's not going to hit an armored flesh golem, sir.
Wow. No.
40.
All right.
15
Well, that's
nonsense. Man, the swarm has its pick of the litter, but since Gillian attacked it last, it's going to try to swarm all over Gillian. Shakedown. Shake. gotta shake.
Is it getting handsy?
Because god damn it. It's clawing Gillian, that's what it's doing. With a 19 attack, Gillian, that is 18 slashing damage sound.
Wait, hold on.
Uh-oh.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
I have
The
these
hands
luck
are all
die.
holding each other so tightly. They're all
I have luck
praying
die
that this
that
hits
I
you.
forget about all the time. So I would like to use one of my luck die to try to roll an attack roll. So I can roll a d20 and then choose to use the hand's attack or mine.
Something you can click on to share it with
It's
class?
it's the lucky feat.
Tell her to get a
lucky.
grip.
Yeah.
Oh, Riders, that's great. Liking it a lot. All right. You did take that feat.
I know, and I forgot about it.
I
for,
think
like,
we all...
Trophy.
Yeah.
It's too far down my character sheet. I always forget about it.
Buried deep.
Okay, can you roll a d20 for me?
Spend a luck
Oh,
point
wait,
when an
hold on.
attack roll is made against you. Roll a d20 and choose whether the attack uses the attacker's roll or yours. You basically impose a disadvantage.
So you need it
Right.
worse. Yeah.
Is
Can you
it
roll for me, please?
Oh, you want me to do it now?
okay? But this is just the
Yeah, hold
attack.
on.
Yeah, just the attack roll.
This is just the dice though. This is like Mannix's divination, so it still applies its modifier. Because it just says which of the d20s is used for the attack roll.
Yeah, so I would use the
Wow.
13. My understanding, if I'm misunderstanding.
Because I rolled a
would
12.
use
That's what I'm trying to say. I rolled a 12. It has a +7 to hit.
+7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you'll still add the modifier to whichever dice roll.
The odds were still in your
okay,
favor because I rolled a 12.
I
But
understand that. Okay. So then that's 18 slashing damage.
indeed, give me a strength save also to avoid being knocked prone. As these things give you a good shake. God, why do my hand puns just failing me? I cannot do it. I got too much. I gotta hand that to you. God damn it. I just love the chat tonight. It's great.
Crowdsource those puns,
I
man.
should, absolutely. I'm crowdsourcing all my math and all my hand puns. Gillian, you are knocked prone
And
as the
this
hands.
is why I do the child's math lesson.
Oh, 100%. 100% on that. Mr. Theron. No. That was the...
Wait.
God, I went up again.
Was it
That was
me
the
again?
claws. Kaless, sorry.
I already failed once.
I thought that was Gillian's turn because she was doing the lucky thing, so I was going down from there.
Right.
22 on the big guy.
Yes, that will be a hit on the biggin.
31 points of damage.
That is a lot of damage. It is still standing pretty strong, though. You guys are dividing up your attacks quite evenly, I will say. It works out pretty well on my end. I appreciate that immensely. 18 will hit as well. Extra 5 as you slice in between the armor plates. Mr. George.
Back to you.
What are you up to?
Meanwhile.
What is he up to? All right, so George is gonna attack with one hand. 25.
Hand, you say?
Nope.
Heather, for like the next 3 days, all you're going to hear around the house are hand puns.
Hand puns.
Like,
No,
yeah,
I didn't even
that's
look
what
at the
I
house.
use.
Like, damn it!
Yeah.
Why didn't I think of that on the night?
That's exactly how this is gonna go. I'll be sipping my coffee and just be like, fuck, I got the perfect hand pun. Damn it all.
Anyway,
You're tripping me again.
I'm gonna try to trip you again,
All right, wait, 25 hits for 11. I'm catching up
11.
now.
and then extra 2 damage by D8,
Okay,
regardless of whether he trips or not.
okay.
So you
It's
have
just
to
your
do a
leg
strength
kicking him.
save.
This is the strength save. DC 16. It fails and is knocked prone.
All right. My two-hand fighting style. I will attack him. I would normally have advantage, but since I kept it as a whip, I have disadvantage, so it cancels out.
That's true.
Hit him like normal.
You have a lot of bonus action shit to keep track of.
Well, the spirit die doesn't count as a bonus action. It's just you use it.
Extra thing.
But
Okay. Is it the offhand weapon that you're using then?
Yeah, this is the offhand.
Okay, that's a bonus action.
Yes.
For 11.
11, and my extra attack, I will now have
Indeed.
advantage as I switch hands again.
Oh my god.
He's prone. Damn it! Why can I not get a crit?
Wow. Those some high numbers.
But 10.
George is fucking doing terrible things to my god-possessed monstrosity.
Can it actually get a spell off or whatever it does?
I don't know. So you just hear Nang screaming at you like, get up and kill it! You just like hear it screaming at the slud. It looks quite very wounded, Mr. Mannix.
All right. Let me attempt another Shadow Flame Blade. Will a 16?
No, sir.
Oh my god.
Welcome to hell.
You slice it in there and it just goes, and your whole hand like vibrates.
I spent good money on this spell. Armored zombies. All right.
The Tomb Guardians are punching.
You don't
They're
say.
gonna give us a hand.
They are gonna reach out with their gauntleted fists. We're gonna do
Gonna touch us.
and punch Kaless.
Let's scroll through the comments.
Well, it's not gonna work.
Are they gonna give us the 5-figure discount?
Punch. Punch at Kaless again. Oh my gosh. This guy's gonna give up trying to punch Kaless. Number 2 is gonna punch.
I mean, you just can't handle it.
Really can. You are just dodging and weaving everywhere. It's getting frustrated. Number 2 is gonna try to punch at Theron. I always hit Theron though.
Why is anyone one against me?
You're the tank, man. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. The second slam will be headed towards Mannix, however. This one does like to flip around. With a 14, Mr. Mannix?
I'll take that one.
Yeah, you will.
Running out of spell slots.
For 10 bludgeoning damage. Do you have to roll concentration for your Shadow Blade?
Good question.
I finally get a hit on you.
That I'm gonna choose to ignore.
You son of a bitch.
Sure do.
That con.
I feel like I've gotten hit like 3 times.
Probably, yeah. It's only a DC 10, right? Constitution?
Yeah, or half the damage, I think.
Which would be 5, so
higher.
DC 10, yeah.
All right, con
You do have
saving
a
throw.
fucking great con now.
Yeah, it's true.
And you needed it.
I needed it.
Yep. Holy shit, it's the Slod, everybody. It's the Slod.
The slot gets to do something.
The Slod. Slod's scared now.
What is the slot to do?
Slod, Mr. George, seeing as how it was so effective when Kaless did it, it's going to look up at you with malevolent eyes and in its brain say, "Fear me." And it is going to project... oh, this is a cone. I didn't even realize that. Each creature 30 cones will succeed on a wisdom saving throw or drop whatever it's holding and become frightened for the duration. While frightened by the spell, a creature must take the dash action move away from you by the safest available route on each of its turns. Yada yada yada. It is
That was
a
a mace.
that was her mace. This slot,
Yes,
as
dude.
apparently you're learning now, has the straight up ability to fear people. I need a wisdom saving throw. It is a DC of 14. Oh, you son of a bitch! Oh, you bastard! Seeing
That won't
you,
work twice on me.
that's right. Seeing you stand your ground, it's going to stand up from being prone, and attempt to scurry away. But unfortunately, it has to spend half its movement just standing up.
Indeed.
So it's only going to be able to make it like 15 feet, and it will climb up the wall, even though you did whip it down. But it climbs basically.
Did you
Like-
whip it good?
Whipped it good. That's right. It climbs like 15 feet straight up the wall near you.
I get an attack opportunity.
You do.
Good thing I kept my thorn whip as a whip.
Yeah.
Whip it back down. Fuck you, 23.
It's not going anywhere.
Oh my gosh!
I'm bringing back
Oh,
10 feet towards me.
George,
What?
we learned a new thing like last week. You can add your sneak attack damage to that.
If it applies,
What's that?
I don't.
Oh.
But he doesn't have advantage or have an ally within 5 feet here. But yes,
True.
we did learn that you can use your sneak attack on reaction, because the rule is you can only use sneak attack once on your turn, but a reaction is not your turn.
And you know what?
Mhm.
When you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend one spirited die to attempt to knock it down.
Oh my god, that's true.
I
I've
did
triggered
hit him.
all the things on George.
Oh,
Alright,
wait, hold on. Nope, I already used the dice on this round. Never mind.
Mhm.
That was a good roll.
Mm.
I already used my dice.
Okay. Roll me
I
1d6
do-
as you trip it to the ground.
No, I can't trip him.
Oh, sorry. No, when it tried to climb away from you,
Oh,
you
it fell.
still whipped it and it fell 10 feet.
Gotcha. So 3 damage. Then.
All right, takes another 3 damage. And let's determine if it falls prone again. It sure fucking does. Oh my god, Slod. Just the worst performance.
Slot is just getting beat up
Just the worst
Just
performance.
like a bully.
You calling George a bully?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah. Now we're starting to feel bad for the
Beat
Slod.
Slot.
Gillian, back in the war room.
Literally, the only thing it's done is say "fear me," and then kept whipping it again.
Just kept whipping it.
Whip it good.
Well, I have to run away again, I think. It's not going well for me. So I have to disengage, right, from being this distance.
Unless you want to take the attack of opportunity, then yes.
I'm going to disengage.
Okay.
I'm going to run away. Hold on. Let me see if I can do anything else helpful.
See the skeletal songbird just like squawk at you as you get near it.
Go hang out with the skeletal songbird then.
As
How
you do.
doing, Skeleton Soldier?
Probably shouldn't be.
Who needs healing more? Is it you or Celeste? You guys both look pretty bad.
I have 1/3 of my normal hit point.
Oh, you guys are fine. have a lot of hit
1/3.
Wait. Oh, you heal her.
I have normally 96 hit points. I have 1/3 of that.
Oh, that is still leaps and bounds above
Oh, yeah.
I'll go ahead and heal Celeste.
Hey, I have lost almost 100 hit points.
hey, hey, hey. This fight started to look like not a great idea, isn't it?
Yeah, it
Mr.
really
Withers,
is.
totally
It
willing to
would've
let
been
you
great
guys.
If we
Move
maybe had
along.
like one more person helping us fight,
You know,
would've-
it's
Yeah.
weird you say that.
Maybe discuss that with your party. Mr. Theron.
I'm gonna come out and find him standing over the slug's body.
Yeah. I did it, guys. What have you? What?
What were you doing while I fought?
Alright, I'll attack number 2.
14 is not gonna do it, Pons.
Rolling so poorly.
It's real bad. It's real bad. A 5 and a 6. You and Mannix and this thing are just both dancing all.
Roll your 20. 12 against everyone else.
The swarm. Let's see. Gillian left. These things don't really care about chasing. It's just going to.
I'll take it.
Yeah, it's going to swarm over Celeste. You guys really haven't attacked this thing yet. 16. Negative.
Nope.
Negative. Celeste.
The hell? Something broke on my armor thing. I don't know what happened. Alright, we'll figure that out later. Do. Take this guy down eventually.
Eventually.
23.
23 does it. Yeah, that'll hit.
For 29.
All right, that guy is sagging now. You did that, and it starts like grunting. And you see it making that weird, like, moaning, very beastly noise. 18 does hit as well. For an extra 3 damage. This thing is barely hanging on for nothing now. Blood seeping out of every different thatched together piece of flesh on its body. But meanwhile, Mr. George.
If I wanted to hit him with my whip, am I at disadvantage because he's prone?
No, I think the whip still actually counts as a melee attack. It just has a 30-foot range.
Alright then. Let's whip this guy. As I pull him 10 feet closer to, or 5 feet closer to me.
I'm trying to read the roll. Attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Oh, it just says otherwise the attack roll has disadvantage. Yeah, sorry.
Well, disadvantage is 21.
Okay, that still hits. You asshole. Just never rolled lower than a 20 in his life.
7 damage, pull him 5 feet closer to me.
All right, you drag him on the ground towards you. Just tears in its eyes.
Please, no more.
24 will hit for 11.
And one more extra attack.
Just for fun.
24 will hit for 14. Slot is like coughing up blood, just gurgling now. Looks like it is not hanging on for very long.
Come on. Alright, that's all I got.
Okay. Mr. Mannix.
Just keep trying to do what I can't do. And stab this
Keep
guy
doing
again.
what Johnny Can't does. 18 does
18?
hit. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
For 21.
21 damage. All right, now that one's starting to finally look worse for wear, and he gives off that same moaning, creepy sound.
Let's also. I don't know if can you do 2 cantrips during your turn? That I don't know. If one's a bonus action,
you can do a spell and a cantrip, so I don't see why you can't do 2 cantrips. Yeah,
Actually,
if you have a bonus action cantrip, I don't see why not.
No, Green Flame Blade is an action. Never mind.
Oh.
Except I don't have my offhand dagger as a regular attack, so you just have to ignore the. Well, does a 16 hit?
It does not.
Okay, then never mind. Doesn't matter.
All right. Somehow my extremely low hit pointed guardian number 1 survived till its turn, so it will attempt to take down Kaless, since Kaless has been so instrumental in taking it down. Attack number 1, 20.
Hey, look, it did something.
It did. It's gonna punch you in the jaw for 13 bludgeoning damage.
Alan, can he dodge that?
Can indeed. And then a follow-up attack, 26.
Wow.
Very close to a
Alright.
crit. Now it's starting to get angry. For 12 damage. You notice its eyes have just gone. Oh, you can't see its eyes, but it's just gone into some kind of feral state. Guardian number 2. It's actually going to concentrate purely on Mannix, since Mannix has been hitting it effectively.
Yes.
15, Mr. Mannix.
How
many shields you got left there, sir?
I didn't be the metagamer, but you just said he's entirely. So I feel like shield would be a good idea right now.
I mean, you can see it physically turn towards you and like
Okay.
focus you down. So
Focus on me.
I don't think it's metagaming too much. So it's got what does it have to roll to hit you then with your plus
My AC becomes an 18.
18? Okay. Oh,
Oof,
raspberries.
okay. He just holds up that shield.
Indeed. Mr. George. Oh, he's gone.
Oh, he's
Oh,
not.
what the fuck? I was genuinely shocked by that. I'm not going to ask what you're doing down there, but as long as you can hear me, and we're good to
I'm
go.
changing a baby.
Okay,
What's that?
that's what we call it.
That's what we call it.
You hear the creature, and the creature finally, not the grung god in your head, make this.
He's predating you. He's gonna blow up. Run.
It's exactly what he does. It just points at you and just unleashes a fucking fireball in everybody's face right here.
The slot does?
Sure does. Slod has had.
He's doing the predator move. He's just blowing himself
He's
up.
blowing himself up. That's exactly what he's doing. He's got nothing left in the tank, George. He's blowing
Damn.
himself up.
If only he had died.
Indeed.
So what are you casting?
I am casting Fireball.
Okay.
And
Is it a spell?
it is a spell.
Am I waiting for you to click it?
Yes, there we go. Sorry. God, that was terrible damage on 8d6. Jesus.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was.
wow. Yeah, look at those ones, or the 2 ones.
Let's see.
Threes. Bunch of threes.
So 23, and I gotta roll Dex save.
Dex save, DC 15, indeed, sir.
Okay. I have advantage on saving throws. against
You
spells.
do indeed. It did not know that. My monsters don't metagame too much.
Ooh, a 7.
Oh,
Wow. Look at
I would
that.
like to use an inspiration.
Okay.
One more Dex saving throw. 17.
All right, so you can take
wow.
half damage from that.
Okay, which is 11.
11, yeah.
That was a pathetic slod. I guess he gets to roll a save as well.
Oh, he got himself too?
A dex save. Yeah, he pointed it like right at. I mean, it's a huge. You know, fireball radius, fucking enormous. And all of you that didn't know what was going on hear this fucking fireball explode down the room.
there's George.
Hey, where's George?
Found him. He also succeeds and takes half damage. Also forgot about one of his abilities, which would be a might important here.
Fire resistant?
Yes, plus something else that I forgot about. Okay. And it stops laughing.
Wasn't
And
that funny?
it stands up and just like glares and screams at you. But the fireball was its action. So we go back up to Gillian.
Okay. I will try to shoot number 1, I think. Wait, how's number 1 looking?
Extremely,
it's really almost dead.
Extremely
Okay,
almost dead.
Okay. We will shoot number 1. Ooh.
Nice.
Not nice.
For 4 piercing damage.
Indeed.
And assuming he's still standing up, I will
Yeah, we need to get you a magic crossbow
attach-
because that doesn't do quite as much damage as you were hoping.
I know. I'll attach a psychic blaze to that as well.
Okay.
So that's extra 2d6.
Psychic crossbow bolts.
Oh gosh.
Assault that zombie's
This is
mind.
really uncomfortable typing from this
I bet.
position. Oh gosh, another 4.
Thankfully,
Well
he
worth
did
it.
not have very many hit points remaining. And Gillian steals the kill from everybody that's been battling this Tomb Guardian for so long.
We got him all the way down.
Yeah.
You're welcome, guys.
One little shot. Mongo's like, really?
It's all
to
over
a class.
it.
All right. Theron.
I'll move right here. I won't. I'll stay right there. Other people can move.
That was a whirlwind.
I don't know. Attempt to do the same thing over and over again.
The definition of insanity is,
Right. Yep.
hey!
Look at that.
Wait, let me roll it again.
The trick was
Do I have
not
advantage?
rolling with advantage, apparently.
Oh, you do? Yeah.
Whew.
There you go.
We'll take the 20.
Look at that.
Or
Nice.
10
Yeah,
damage. That golem's looking pretty messed up.
You and I will hit every once in a while. From
Indeed. The swarm will keep crawling along, try to hit Kaless. Oops, that was supposed to be the swarm, not the slod. 17, Kaless.
Nope.
And it's your turn.
Okay. Now I'm in no way. Okay. Ugh. Kill the stupid hands.
stupid swarms of hands.
Swarms.
Your
The
master's dead, hands. Give it up and go home.
You demoralized the hands. 18 does hit.
Ugh. 24.
24. You slice through several hands. I've given up on the hand puns. That's just what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I mean, comments are still going.
26. Hell yeah, they are. It's 4, 5. All right. They are less hands now. Fewer hands than before.
Someone made a real deep classical music joke about some composer named Handel.
Ah,
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah,
Sure.
yeah, there you go. There you go. I like it. Very classy.
Yeah.
Mr. George.
George. 13.
Ooh, 13 is not going to hit. George rolls a 4.
I'm gonna use a dice to what am I doing?
Use your
One dice,
best
add it.
precision.
I will. So add a d8.
Oh man.
George is catching up to you now. 14 is not going to hit.
Okay.
Really caught off guard by that fireball.
Probably. I'm gonna use my Thorn Whip too close, so I have disadvantage.
Okay.
Right? Because it's the range. No, we said if I'm within 5 feet, it's okay.
I forgot
No,
what
that
the
was prone. Sorry, that was prone.
If you're next to him and it's in a whip mode, then I think that's disadvantage.
I'm always in whip mode.
I was just bored that way. 11 is also going to miss.
I know. Last attack.
And a 13, George!
Totally
Just
whiffed that
batting
one.
fire out of his face.
Yeah, just kind of upset you a little bit there. Slod smirks now. Mr. Mannix.
You made me bleed my own blood.
I know. Smirks where George is like, but you're the one bleeding.
Yeah, really is.
Let's try the thing again. 22. Want to do it?
Indeed.
Oh my god. Real bad damage for all that. What is that?
I'm
12,
not doing
18.
math.
Some giant number that we can't comprehend.
18. Mannix, despite that poor show of damage, that was enough to finish off that golem. That Shadow Blade passes through its armor and it crumples
Light
to
it
the
on fire.
ground. Yeah. Which was good timing because it would have been its turn next.
Hmm.
So,
That's right. That would have hit me for 20 attack.
George, you see the Slod stare you down once more and says, "You will." Or no, he says, "Now you know fear." And it attempts to fear you once again. Which is a,
Is it a spell?
yeah, it's a fear spell.
Is it an attack? Spell attack?
It is not no, it is not a spell attack.
Just a regular spell. Okay.
Where's my great slot? It is a
Same
spell.
thing he did before.
Yeah, I'll repeat it. It is a 14.
Oh no.
All right, George, you have to drop what you're holding.
Okay.
And
Oh no.
I guess you don't do anything until it's your turn. And then on your turn, you have to move as far away.
Wait, aren't you holding your thorn whip?
Yeah.
Yep.
You mean the Slod's thorn whip?
Mhm.
The Slod reaches down and picks up your sword, George. And it and it immediately, I guess, let's see. You are frightened. So I guess you can still get a reaction off.
Yeah.
But I think you have disadvantage because you do have the frightened condition
Disadvantage against for attacking.
while the source of the fear, is that the one?
Mm-hmm. Walt's in line of sight.
Yeah. Because it is going to try to run away from you at the same time.
Okay.
So you can get off an attack of opportunity, but you do have disadvantage as it runs, or actually does that creepy climb, run thing away. Like 30 feet up and over to the ceiling.
Oh man.
Try this
You
one more
whiff
time.
it, you miss with the
Hold on,
claws.
Hold on. Try this one more time. Oh wait, never mind. That's not a weapon attack. All right.
Oh yeah. Well, no, your claws are natural weapons.
Yeah, claws do kind of
So
weapons.
it says in. So it
Oh.
says in the description.
Oh, that's true. So I'm gonna send 1 dice.
You did use a superiority die on your turn, though, didn't you, with the precision?
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I did. You're right. Okay.
And it uses its action to fear, so all it can do is move its length. All right. So we go up to Gillian.
I'm gonna try to shoot the hand.
Shoot the hand. Anyone will hit some hands.
You have an
7
advantage.
damage.
just in case you get a crit.
Huh?
He said you do have advantage. Because it's between you and Theron.
No, that's me.
Oh, that is you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're over there in the corner.
Good
That's
old
our
Manny.
sexist
Wow,
Oh, wasn't even the names this time. It was
No.
pictures of the.
Our last D&D campaign, you can't get our names straight.
Now the
This
pictures
one,
are
you
blending.
can't even get the tokens straight.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not that he can't. He just doesn't care.
I choose not to. Which is way worse.
Which is way worse. Literally can't tell the difference. Kless, hurry up and heal me already. 7 damage does hit the claws. They are looking quite weakened.
That's it for me.
All right, Mr. Theron.
All right. Feeling really good about this one, guys. It's going to be so much damage.
I'm excited.
I believe in you.
24 will hit.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Theron, your magic shillelagh lays those hands right out
Oh.
and destroys them.
Oh.
Crushes all of them.
Oh.
So you guys have no more hostiles in your room. On George's turn, he has to spend his entire action dashing away from the slot.
Make me dash.
Now
Who's
here's
George?
the caveat.
Who
to that.
is George?
The caveat is that the fear line of sight thing is only if they're in line of sight. And literally the second it's out of 30 feet away from George, he no longer has line of sight.
Which means he no longer has the disadvantage.
Yeah. I don't know if the running thing, I don't remember how that was worded, but
He gets to repeat the save at the end of each of its. If he ends his turn where he doesn't have line of sight, he can repeat the saving throw.
oh, okay. Well, yeah, that's all I mean. Is that he doesn't have to
Okay.
go around a thing because of his bandana. He only has to go 30 feet away from the spot.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't see him anymore.
so I'm still frightened, but I don't have to dash.
You still have to. It says you at the end of your turn you can make the save when you don't have line of sight. So you would still have to spend this turn dashing away as far as you can away from that creature.
Okay. Make me dash.
Okay,
Show me how
I'm gonna
frightened I
have you rule like going back towards the party basically 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. You basically make it all the way down here. You guys see George. No, you don't see shit because the door is still
No, we
closed.
don't. The door's closed.
Well, at some point, Orvix is probably like, I think the turtle left. I don't know what's happening.
Shut up, Orvex.
You sit on a throne of lies. George is our friend. He would never leave us.
All right. Well, I still have an action.
No, you spent your action on dash.
Can I have a free action?
How do you what do you want to do?
Like to make an
Sure.
attack?
George yells. George yells out, "Ning Ning, you know Moa has possessed me, and I can tell nothing but the truth." As he pulls out 1,000 gold coins. And yells,
Wait, where did you have
I have money.
1,000 gold coins? Seems like you pull out like a full chest.
I mean, you're all carrying around basically chests full of gold.
He
Whatever
digs
it
around a couple pockets.
Right.
It's inside his shell.
Mm-hmm.
He yells, "This is the sound of 1,000 gold coins," as he lets it trickle to the floor.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and take you all out of combat for the moment.
That's good. I need about 15 minutes to take a breather.
You no longer see hair nor hide of the slod outside.
I do have a fancy fun mask, though, that's frowning.
As it's
A whole office full of shit to look through.
Hell yeah.
you do have a whole office to look through. Yeah, that fight lasted a while. Let's go through the office. By the way, while you all are looting, I still can't log into the Streamlabs site, so I can't do my fancy poll Yeah, it still won't let me in. So if all of you watching right now live will just type in whatever player that you want to be our MVPC for this week's session, please type in their name. And one of you that's monitoring the chat can hopefully keep track of that for me. So please type in either Mannix, Celeste, George, Gillian, or Theron for your voted MVPC for this session. In the room, first of all, you think you find enough equipment to assemble a scholar's pack. That's freaking fantastic.
Write this down. Okay, I don't know exactly what that does, but
Get a candle.
on the book, as I mentioned, there is a book titled Manual of Golems. George, all the love for George. The players hate him, but the fans love him. Just
God damn it! You're
gonna embolden him.
Bullshit.
Oh, you go. You gotta vote Celeste for the one-liner. You find
Don't reward him, people.
They love it. They love to see this crazy shit. You find a manual of golems, and no, I haven't even read what it does, but it seems like you can make your own golem with enough money and time.
Okay.
We have money.
Yeah.
Hole
up in the room.
Inside the desk drawer, you find a fist-sized gray stone that seems like it might be magical in some way.
Okay.
And my mask.
Yeah, the mask.
Do a golem.
The mask doesn't
Is
seem
it really
like
months? Yeah, it is.
Yes.
It's months. Yeah, this is like a serious downtime thing, and a significant amount of money.
Yeah, 100,000 gold.
It's
Great.
pretty weird. You find a journal entry that Mr. Withers was writing. Withers' journal excerpt, which says, "The Master returns with a marvelous gift, a cast-off creation of the gods, dead and yet not. The all-seeing is blind to its existence, and the Mother of Illusions looks past it, sweet irony. The Master hopes to raise the creature to power by glutting it on souls. The Master has brought the Sohn sisters here to nurse it, and to help build the device needed to feed it. As for me, I am only saddened that my studies shall one day come to an end. I owe the Master much for the time he has given me. I can only work harder in the little time that remains for this world."
Okay.
And you also see some notes written down that just say, it's kind of cryptic, and just because it's very, there's not a lot of words involved, but it literally just has on one piece of paper that you note, just says mirror on the top, and then below it says on one line, Komara. I'll write these down for you.
Okay.
Mirror, and then below that says the word Komara. And then has like a like this symbol next to it.
On-off switch.
And then below that, you see the word Blackfire, and you see the whoops, can't write the pound sign without putting in a thing. The word Blackfire with the number symbol next to it. You're not sure what any of that means, but it looks like it might be important.
Okay.
And all the rest of the stuff is stuff that doesn't seem like you can piece together. Some of it is like some gear somewhere needs more oil, or some kind of notes, various ones. But this one looks particularly like something to note. Otherwise, if you wanted to, you could. The mask is worth some money. Kaless. It's a bronze mask. And then if you wanted to, you could technically take his skeletal songbird. It's in a little cage.
Does it do anything besides be a songbird?
You're not. It doesn't seem like it does anything, and it doesn't seem like it's magical, other than it's a little skeleton songbird.
They're write down his loot anyway.
Yep. Page 146 for loot on the bronze mask and the skeletal songbird. George, you can have a point of inspiration. I do believe you are the MVP for tonight's session. And holy crap, that was a fight.
Yay. Hey, it's not over.
It's not over.
Yeah, George, your fight was not over, but the creature seems to have feared you back into the rest of the party. At some point you guys open the door and see a nervous George with only one sword. But I think that will do it for us for this week. Thank you to Chris, Heather, Rochelle, Raymond, and Reese for playing. Thank you to our wonderful fans for watching. Go to roguewatson.com for recaps, patreon.com/roguewatson if you'd like to support the channel. We're live streaming our D&D adventures every week. See you all next time.
Bye.
What a cliffhanger.
Hmm.